Ducks show their happiness by wagging their tails, especially when eating or drinking water. 2. Strawberries, unlike most fruits, have their seeds on the outside. 3. To get the most benefit from coffee, it's best to drink your first cup 2 to 3 hours after waking up. 4. The most dangerous and beautiful road in the world is the Atlantic Ocean Road in Norway, which crosses islets and reefs. 5. Did you know that when dogs tilt their heads while listening to their owner, they do it to better understand familiar words? Mirror hours occur when the hour and minutes show the same numbers, like 11:11. Some people believe these times have a special meaning. 7. There are trees that can walk, called Socratea exoryza. They are found in the jungles of Latin America and use their roots to slowly move in search of better sunlight. 8. The name Wendy became popular thanks to Peter Pan and is still widely used today. 9. In Japan, an underwater mailbox, located 10 meters deep off the coast of Sumatra, receives over 1,000 letters per year. This curious phenomenon has gone viral worldwide. 10. Spice and spicy food in general help improve memory in adults. 11. In the United States, there is a trend where some people marry themselves, known as sologamy. 12. Hot air is less dense than cold air, as seen in hot air balloons that rise when the air inside is heated. 13. Hotuan, a village near Hangzhou, China, was abandoned in the 1990s due to a lack of jobs and is now completely overrun by nature. 14. Did you know that 50 years ago, astronaut Charles Duke left a photo on the moon during the Apollo 16 mission? And it's still there? 15. Some flowers resemble animals in shape, like the bee orchid, monkey orchid, flying duck orchid, or bird orchid. 16. During the 1880s, several original designs were considered for the construction of the Eiffel Tower, but engineer Gustav Eiffel's design was chosen and became a global icon. 17. Alieno Unum. It's an electric supercar of Bulgarian origin, famous for its stunning design and more than 20 motors. 18. Did you know that camels store fat in their humps, not water, as is commonly believed? 19. About 25% of all songs on Spotify have never been played. 20. Approximately 10% of the population is left-handed. Pine trees can predict rain. A closed pine cone on a pine tree indicates humid air, suggesting it may rain soon. 22. Did you know that actor Nicolas Cage is an avid comic book collector and once owned a copy of Action Comics, famous for being the first comic to feature Superman? 23. Aquasonic is an innovative band that plays music underwater, using advanced techniques to produce sounds that can be enjoyed while submerged. 24. The peregrine falcon is the fastest bird, reaching speeds of nearly 320 kilometers per hour, especially when diving to catch its prey. 25. Did you know that learnability is the ability to constantly learn new things to stay relevant in today's fast-changing world? 26. Archaeologists found fossilized breadcrumbs from 14,000 years ago in Jordan, suggesting that bread existed before agriculture and may have motivated its development. 27. Crocodiles are more closely related to birds than to lizards. This surprising fact is because both groups belong to the Archosaur clade. 28. Electricity, in the form of an electrical signal, travels along copper wires at a speed close to that of light, about 300,000 kilometers per second. 29. In professional tennis tournaments, balls are usually changed every 7 to 9 games to ensure consistent bouts. 30. This impressive bridge, which cost millions of dollars, is one of China's latest architectural developments. The Ruyi Bridge, standing 140 meters tall. 31. Cats rub their heads when they need to mark their territory, using scent glands located on their face, ears, and neck. 32. If you have no debt and a net worth of zero, you're richer than 25% of the world's population. 33. Urban birds have developed faster and higher-pitched songs compared to rural birds. 34. Did you know that Gibraltar's airport is unique in the world because its runway crosses a road, forcing traffic to stop when a plane is landing or taking off? 35. Cows have best friends and can become stressed if they are separated from them. 36. Basketball player Michael Jordan became famous in the NBA for his incredible jumping ability. 37. Food tasters often use gold utensils so they don't alter the flavor of the food. 38. Goldfish can remember things for months, not just seconds, as commonly believed. 39. The Royal Clipper is the largest sailing ship in the world, with 5 masts and 42 sails. 40. Belgium went without a formal government for 652 days between 2018 and 2020, ruled only by interim administrations. 41. The caterpillar of the emperor moth measures about 70 millimeters long and 15 millimeters in diameter. 42. This is Methuselah, the oldest known living tree, a bristlecone pine over 4,300 years old, located in California's Inyo National Forest. 43. A sneeze can exit the mouth at speeds between 110 and 150 km per hour and reach up to 8 meters, showing its surprising force. 44. In 2019, the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami became the first NFL stadium to host a drone race, showcasing its capacity for innovative events. 45. The BMW Isetta was a quirky car produced between 1955 and 1962, known for its compact design and unique front door. 46. SpongeBob was originally named SpongeBoy Ahoy, but the name had to be changed due to copyright issues. 47. Bolivia recognizes the 3 languages, but only Spanish is officially recognized. 48. All disposable batteries lose up to 25% of their charge after a year, even if they remain unopened. 49. Chess boxing is a sport that combines rounds of chess and boxing. The winner is the one who triumphs in either discipline. 50. Did you know the earthy smell we sense when it rains is caused by a chemical produced by soil bacteria? 51. Before the year 1600, during the Middle Ages, giraffes were called camelopards due to their resemblance to a mix between a gazelle and a leopard. 52. The pygmy seahorse measures only 2 centimeters and is native to the Caribbean and the Gulf of Mexico. 53. It's estimated that about 8.6 million lightning bolts strike the Earth every day, roughly 100 per second. 54. In 1992, a meteorite struck a Chevy Malibu in New York, becoming one of the most well-documented events of its kind. 55. The largest camera ever built was constructed in the early 20th century, weighing 640 kilograms and measuring 4 meters in length. 56. Despite popular belief, coconuts are not native to Hawaii. They are believed to have floated across the ocean and germinated on the islands. 57. In the United Arab Emirates, drones are used to inject salts into clouds to help stimulate rainfall. 58. In Thailand, the fishing village of Khao Phangi is famous for being built on floating stilts by Javanese fishermen. 59. Some butterflies have wings that camouflage with their environment to avoid predators, like the Greta Otto butterfly, which has transparent wings. 60. According to several studies, the happiest song in the world is Mr. Blue Sky by the band Electric Light Orchestra. 61. The coconut crab is the largest land crab in the world and can weigh up to 4 kilograms. 62. By definition, fog allows visibility of less than 1 kilometer, while mist allows visibility beyond 1 kilometer. 63. Italy is the only European country shaped like a boot. It's a beautiful place with a rich history and culture. 64. The smallest spider in the world is the long-legged spider, measuring only 0.3 millimeters, one of the strangest creatures on the planet. 65. The cassowary, native to Australia, is known as the most dangerous bird in the world. 66. In the past, toothbrushes were made using bristles from animals like pigs or horses. Today, they are mostly made with nylon bristles. 67. Approximately 80% of orange cats are male. 68. The human nose can remember up to 50,000 different scents, according to updated data on olfactory capability. 69. This is the most extreme obstacle course in the world, located in China. 70. In the Roncalli Circus in Germany, instead of using real animals, they use holograms, showing how this circus is at the forefront of technology and modern wonders. 71. The city with the most millionaires is London, while the city with the most billionaires is Beijing, even surpassing New York. 72. Some species of jellyfish, like Aurelia aurita, can clone themselves when injured. 73. There are more statues of lions in the world than real lions. 74. The jackfruit is the largest tropical fruit on the planet. It can weigh up to 55 kilos and measure up to 90 centimeters in length. 75. This incredible hotel, 8 meters tall, was not built upward but downward, inside an abandoned quarry in Hangzhou, China. 76. In Israel's capital, a Lego tower 36 meters tall was built, becoming the tallest structure made from Lego bricks. 77. Carnivorous plants can count how many times their prey touches their sensitive hairs before closing. 78. Puss in Boots exists in real life. His name is Snout. 79. Fingernails grow faster on a person's dominant hand. 80. Blue whale calves can gain up to 90 kiloliters per day, setting a growth record among animals. These majestic marine creatures are the largest living beings on the planet, both in length and weight. 81. Did you know the difference between antique, vintage, and retro is based on age? Antique is over 100 years old, like Victorian furniture. Vintage is between 20 and 100 years old, like Frank Sinatra records. Retro refers to modern objects that imitate older styles, like 60s-inspired clothing. 82. The Sydney Opera House in Australia is one of the most recognizable buildings of the 20th century and was designed by Danish architect Jørn Utzon. 83. Did you know that if a watch says it's water-resistant up to 30 meters, it actually only resists splashes? 84. Damascus, the capital of Syria, is considered the oldest continuously inhabited city in the world, with at least 11,000 years of history. 85. The tree under which Isaac Newton discovered gravity still stands in Lincolnshire, England. 86. The hermit crab is an endangered species that inhabits arid areas of Europe, Asia, and Africa. It is distinguished by its white and black plumage and its long, curved beak. 87. The Olympic rings in the Olympic Games represent the union of countries from 5 continents through 5 interlocking rings. 88. Did you know Earth's rotation is slowing down, which causes days to gradually become longer over time? 89. The island of Tuvalu in Oceania is the 4th smallest country in the world and supports its economy each year by selling the da.tv web domain. 90. Peanuts, also known as groundnuts, are not true nuts, but legumes. 91. During summer, in certain regions of the northern hemisphere, the sun never sets, like in Canada, Greenland, Alaska, and parts of Russia. 92. Hot water can freeze faster than cold water, a phenomenon known as the Mpemba effect, which still puzzles scientists. 93. Most world maps are inaccurate due to the Mercator projection, which distorts sizes. For example, it shows Alaska nearly the same size as Brazil, and exaggerates Greenland's size by about 15 times. A truly accurate map would have to be spherical, not flat. 94. Artist David Choe painted a mural in Facebook's early offices in 2005 and was paid in stock. Today, those shares have turned his artwork into an unimaginable fortune. 95. Tropical rainforests cover less than 6% of the Earth's surface, but are home to more than 50 of the planet's species, including millions of plants, animals, and insects. 96. In Germany, there is a monorail built in 1897 that still transports 25 million passengers every year. 97. A galactic year is the time it takes for the Sun and the Solar System to orbit the center of the Milky Way. It can last between 225 and 250 million Earth years. 98. Male deer shed and regrow their antlers every year. 99. Basketball was invented by a teacher in Springfield, Massachusetts, to keep his students active during the winter. 100. The Burj Khalifa in Dubai is currently the tallest building in the world, standing at 828 meters. 101. Paragliding with birds is a variation of the sport in which trained birds fly alongside paragliders. 102. The original Batmobile from the 1966 Batman series was sold for $4.2 million. Only one was made, making it an extremely valuable collector's item. 103. This aircraft carrier generates more than 500 tons of purified water per day. 104. Kabai ducklings are beloved worldwide for their connection to happiness, joy, and positive energy. 105. Fireflies demonstrate how bioluminescence works, the emission of cool light by living organisms. Males and females use it to attract each other. 106. Bananas naturally grow upward from their stems, but as they ripen, they bend downward, forming their characteristic curved shape. 107. Human hair grows approximately 15 to 16 centimeters per year. 108. Xiaomi's first electric car, the U7, was developed in just 3 years, marking its debut in the automotive industry with promises of innovation. 109. The golden circle on the Portuguese flag represents an armillary sphere, an astronomical instrument used by Portuguese navigators. 110. A unique curiosity about California is that it is home to the tallest tree in the world, named Hyperion, which stands over 115 meters tall. Polar bear fur is transparent, but appears white due to the light it reflects. 112. The screwdriver was invented 100 years before screws and was originally used to remove nails. 113. The smallest desert in the world is in Canada and is called Carcross. It's surrounded by lakes and mountains. 114. The first modern novel is considered to be Don Quixote, written by Miguel de Cervantes and published in 2 parts in 1605 and 1615. 115. Cucumbers are a powerful natural repellent against cockroaches. 116. The Savannah cat is a hybrid between a domestic cat and an African serval. It is the largest cat you can have as a pet, and its personality is more like that of a dog. 117. In Tokyo, food deliveries are made by robots. 118. James Cameron sold the script for The Terminator to another production company on the condition that he would direct it. The film was a huge success and spawned iconic phrases. 119. Did you know that rainbows are actually round? From the ground, we only see part of them, but from an airplane or high places, you can sometimes see a full circle. 120. The Industrial Revolution, which began in the United Kingdom in the 17th century, transformed agricultural and artisanal economies into industrial and mechanized ones. Writing was invented independently in Mesopotamia, Egypt, and China around the same time. 122. The Hyundai logo represents a handshake between a salesperson and a customer, reflecting the company's vision of trust. 123. Tristan da Cunha is the most remote inhabited place on Earth. It's located in the South Atlantic, with the nearest city 2,173 kilometers away, on St. Helena Island. The longest time a message in a bottle has floated at sea before being found was nearly 108 years and 4 months. Rice is the staple food for more than half of the world's population. It is grown in over 100 countries and has thousands of varieties. In addition to his role as president, Abraham Lincoln worked as a licensed bartender in his youth, a little-known part of his life. This is the new safety barrier system in Korea, made with rotating EVA rubber cylinders, which can save thousands of lives. Monaco is the most densely populated country in the world, with 19,361 people per square kilometer. The Nyctibius griseus, also known as the ghost bird, is a nocturnal bird that camouflages during the day in trees and hunts insects at night. 130. Paper can only be recycled about 6 times before its fibers weaken. 131. Broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts all come from the same plant species, modified only through selective breeding. 132. The largest indoor water park in the world, Tropical Islands Resort, is near Berlin in Brandenburg, just an hour away. 133. German chocolate cake did not originate in Germany. It was invented by a family in Texas, USA. 134. The theremin is a musical instrument played without physical contact. Its antennas allow control of pitch and volume with hand movements. 135. The Fata Morgana phenomenon is a complex optical illusion caused by light refraction. It can make us see cities, mountains, or ships floating in the air. The Shar-Pei dog produces and stores large amounts of hyaluronic acid, which gives it its thick, wrinkled skin. 137. The tripod fish has fin extensions that allow it to rest on the sea floor. The small plastic table in the center of a pizza was invented in 1974 to prevent the box lid from squashing the pizza. The North Pole has no solid ground. It's just frozen water, making it a natural wonder that challenges our understanding of geography. The first hard drive was invented by IBM in 1956 and weighed over 1 ton. Quokkas are Australian marsupials known as the happiest animals in the world due to their smiling facial expression. Canadian banknotes are virtually indestructible as they are made from a plastic polymer. The Space 220 restaurant at Disney World, Florida, simulates a space journey through a special elevator. The Congo River in Central Africa is the deepest river in the world, reaching depths of up to 200 meters. The taste of honey depends on the flower from which the nectar is collected. In 2015, footballer Cristiano Ronaldo gifted his agent a Greek island as a wedding present, valued between $3 and $50 million. The sun is actually white when viewed from space or high altitudes, but from Earth, it appears yellow, orange, or even red due to atmospheric scattering. The tendon of the palmaris longus muscle is disappearing in human evolution. 15% of people no longer have it. Shark skeletons are made of cartilage, not bone like most fish. The shortest commercial flight in the world lasts just 1.5 minutes and runs between 2 Scottish islands. The zoetrope, invented in 1834, was one of the first animation techniques. The Burj Al Arab Hotel in Dubai offers guests a 24-karat gold-covered iPad during their stay. This is the Bailong elevator, the tallest and fastest in the world, standing 335 meters high and located in a park in China. The first living being to travel into space was a dog named Laika. A curious fact about Elvis Presley is that he only performed outside the United States in 3 Canadian cities due to his fear of flying. According to scientific studies, intelligent people tend to have more copper in their hair. In Germany, there is a bridge called Rakottsbrücke, decorated to look like it was built with giant Lego pieces. In the 17th century, men, including King Louis XIV, wore high heels as a symbol of status, leading to a competition over who wore the highest ones. An atoll is a circular island formed by coral reefs surrounding a lagoon. Essentially, an island surrounded by water and corals. In Finland, according to their general culture, there are more saunas than vehicles, reflecting their importance in Finnish daily life. In India, there are bridges over 500 years old, made from living roots that get stronger with age. The wandering albatross has the largest wingspan of any living bird. The only 5 countries in the world that do not have airports are Monaco, the Vatican, San Marino, Andorra, and Liechtenstein. The name of the first video uploaded to YouTube was Me at the Zoo. It was uploaded on April 23, 2005. Currently on the social networking site Instagram, around 1,000 selfies are posted every 10 seconds. At the top of Mount Everest, there are rocks that were at the bottom of the sea 450 million years ago, as marine fossils have been found in these rocks. In the city of Copenhagen, Denmark, more than 40% of people get to work or school by bicycle. Despite competing with each other, platforms such as Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus, and others sometimes collaborate, sharing content and offering more options to viewers. This is the comparison of the size of the jaw of a great white shark with that of a megalodon. On the island of in Denmark, the largest kite festival in Europe is celebrated, one of the most sought-after cultural curiosities of the region. The Twitter bird is called Larry, in honor of Larry Bird, the basketball legend. At Yale University, there is a library with translucent marble walls, instead of windows to protect books from direct sunlight. The feet contain about 25% of all the bones in the human body. The lifetime effort of 12 bees is equal to producing honey, equivalent to 1 teaspoon. The important Beaver Dam in Alberta, Canada, is the largest in the world. On old maps, drawings of sea monsters indicated uncharted territories and dangerous waters. There are super small elephants, like the ones found in Sri Lanka. There is evidence that the Tyrannosaurus rex may have had feathers at some stage of its life, especially in its juvenile stages. This is the Stairway to Heaven in Austria, part of the Via Ferrata section called Produ Donner Kogel, which is 700 meters above the abyss. The Goliath beetle is one of the largest insects in the world, reaching lengths of up to 11 centimeters. At Amsterdam Airport, there is a very striking clock where it seems that someone paints the hands every minute, but in reality, it is just an illusion created by a pre-recorded video. This is how bicycles have evolved throughout history, from the first bicycles without pedals to today's modern bicycles. Artist Scar Weir created a San Francisco-inspired sculpture using over 100,000 toothpicks, and it took him 35 years of work. Changing the oil in a Bugatti Bayon can be extremely expensive, with prices ranging from $20,000 to $25,000. This is a pure gold replica of Leo Messi's left foot, unveiled at a famous Tokyo jewelry store, where it will sell for around 4 million euros. Istanbul is the only city on 2 continents, Europe and Asia. Some animals can purr but not roar, like lions. An Earth-like exoplanet with a temperature of 40 degrees Celsius that could support life has been discovered, called Gliese 12b. The lines or trails left by airplanes when they fly are composed mainly of ice crystals and do not pollute the environment. Starfish move by propelling themselves across the surface, alternating the water pressure on their suction cups. It is estimated that 80% of the lights we see in the sky are binary systems, that is, two stars that appear to be one from our perspective. The Great Wall of China, considered one of the modern wonders, is not a continuous wall, but a series of disconnected walls that stretch for thousands of kilometers. Red pandas stand up and extend their claws when they feel threatened. In the Philippines, there is a multicolored eucalyptus tree that is a true natural masterpiece. The Audi RS e-tron is an electric car that made history by winning the Dakar Rally. There is a fish called bluefish that has turquoise blue flesh and is found on the west coast of North America. In the state of Mexico, there is a native flower called chocolate cosmos that gives off an aroma identical to that of chocolate, although it is not edible. Did you know that the Tamagotchi was a popular electronic toy launched in 1996, where users cared for a virtual pet on a screen using just 3 buttons? This is the RV Ice and Snow Festival in China, which features ice and snow sculptures and structures during the Chinese winter. The Philippines is made up of 7,641 islands. This is the first fuel recharging robot, invented in China for gas stations. Finland was recently named the happiest country in the world for the 7th consecutive year. In 2017, a swarm of 20,000 bees followed a car because their queen was trapped inside. The fire extinguishing ball is a real device that activates upon contact with fire and is used to extinguish fires quickly and effectively. The Russian albino seal is a rare species with red fur and blue eyes, and it is always at risk of being rejected by its colony due to its appearance. The border between India and Pakistan is visible from space due to the lights installed by the Indian government. The first color television broadcast took place in the United States in 1953, revolutionizing visual entertainment and becoming one of the 10 events that changed television history. Antarctica is governed by the Antarctic Treaty, which focuses on peace, science, and international cooperation. Goodyear almost launched glowing tires in 1960, but abandoned the idea because they caused distractions. Google used camels equipped with 360-degree cameras to photograph potential locations and add them to Google Maps. Falling from the surface of the Earth to its core would take approximately 42 minutes. Although many believe that North America refers only to the United States, it actually also includes Canada, Mexico, and the countries of Central America, forming part of a beautiful and diverse world. This is how blue macaws were saved from extinction, inspired by the movie Rio. The Beatles' Abbey Road album was originally going to be called Everest. Cleveland was the 5th largest city in the United States in 1920, after Detroit, Philadelphia, Chicago, and New York, where thousands of families lived surrounded by the urban wonders of the era. Did you know that raccoons wash their food before eating it, mimicking the movements of their ancestors who hunted in water? Qatar, Oman, and San Marino are countries with virtually no forests, while Russia, Brazil, and Canada have the largest forests in the world. Mosquitoes are considered the deadliest animals on the planet. This map shows the most popular YouTube channels in each country. The Andromeda Galaxy is a massive spiral galaxy near the Milky Way and is visible from Earth. This is the impressive transparent viewpoint suspended in the void over the French Alps. In the Netherlands, near the capital of Belgium, there is a 212-meter cycling path that crosses through water, offering an unusual landscape and serving as an attraction for cyclists. The Tristan da Cunha rail is considered the smallest flightless bird in the world, measuring approximately 17 centimeters in length. Did you know that ice cream is considered vanilla only if it contains natural vanilla extract? Otherwise, it's called vanilla flavored. Hong Kong has more Rolls-Royce cars per capita than anywhere else. This is partly due to the concentration of wealth in the city, as well as the culture of luxury and prestige associated with the Rolls-Royce brand. Elephants can communicate over long distances using seismic signals, which are underground vibrations they produce. The Technical University of Munich has slides that allow students to quickly descend from the third floor. The stirrup, located in the middle ear, is the smallest bone in the human body, measuring about 3 millimeters in length. This is a photograph of the iceberg that sank the Titanic, taken the following morning by the captain of another ship passing through the area. Did you know that the size change optical illusion occurs when the eye misinterprets the size of an object due to its visual context? Rabbits cannot sweat. They regulate their body temperature through their ears, a unique adaptation shared with other small animals. The longest recorded time between the birth of twins is 87 days. This is the restaurant where food is served via a roller coaster. It's called Roller Coaster and is located in the United Kingdom. There is an island in Thailand known as Chicken Island or Koh Gai in Thai. It gets its name because its shape resembles the head and neck of a chicken. The vampire crab is known for its beauty. It is nocturnal and shy and typically lives for 1 to 2 years. Did you know that a hi-fi is a tiny unit of time equal to 1/100th of a second? It's the time it takes for light to travel 1 centimeter. A little known and surprising fact. Johnny Depp, known for his acting roles, is also famous for his unusual hobby of collecting Barbie dolls, a passion that has become popular among many fans. In the first Jurassic Park movie, the sound of the T-Rex shaking its prey is actually the sound of a dog shaking its toy. Chameleons, which belong to the reptile group, change color not only to camouflage, but also to communicate with others and regulate their body temperature. The South Atlantic anomaly is a region where the Earth's magnetic field is weaker, affecting satellites and electronic equipment. The Wang Tunnel Road in China was hand-carved into a mountain and is famous for its danger and stunning views through open windows. This is the multicolored giant squirrel of the Indian jungle. It's twice the size of a typical squirrel and can leap up to 8 meters between trees. Bamboo is a plant known for its rapid growth under optimal conditions and is found worldwide. This is the new banana species already being grown in the Canary Islands. It is blue and has a vanilla-like flavor. Did you know that the current U.S. flag was designed by a high school student in Ohio in 1958 as a school project? The iconic Coca-Cola bottle was designed to be recognizable even in the dark or by eye touch, and it has remained virtually unchanged since then. Latte coffee absorbs caffeine more slowly due to the fat in the milk. The Pan American Highway, which stretches from Alaska to Argentina, is the longest continuous road in the world, covering approximately 30,000 kilometers. The narrowest house in the world is in Poland and measures 92 centimeters wide. At its narrowest point, this is the magical portal that connects New York City with Dublin in real time via a circular screen that streams live video between the two cities. In Oregon, United States, there is a smiling forest where the trees form a happy face each year. This is because they are fir trees that turn yellow in autumn. This is the smallest video game console in the world, called Tumbi, with preloaded games and a screen of 72 by 40 pixels. According to current statistics, approximately 1 person in 2 billion lives to be 116 years old or more. Cellar spiders of the Fucus genus are the most common in homes and are known for their long legs. Did you know that Kiribati in the Central Pacific Ocean is the only country in the world with territory in all 4 hemispheres: north, south, east, and west? The queen ant can live up to 30 years. Podcasts are audio or video programs you can listen to or watch online about a wide variety of topics, from news to comedy or wellness. The famous Ilha da Queimada Grande, off the coast of Brazil, is full of venomous snakes, a species currently endangered. Access is restricted for safety. Common green bees exist in Costa Rica and Panama. The equator crosses a total of 13 countries, including Ecuador, Colombia, Brazil, Maldives, Indonesia, and others. The moon is hit by about 2,800 kilometers of space matter daily. Drift Mansion in the United States is an Airbnb with a private racetrack. The dream stay for motorsport fans, although the rent can be high due to its exclusivity. Spam was a canned food widely used during World War II due to its long shelf life and ease of transport. Snowflakes can take between 5 minutes and several hours to reach the ground, depending on cloud height, temperature, and air currents. Sea level is not completely flat everywhere. This is due to two main factors: Earth's rotation and variations in gravity. Most Disney characters wear gloves to simplify animation. The jellyfish that feeds on sunlight, like plants, is known as the upside-down jellyfish. The massive migration of crabs on Christmas Island is one of the most spectacular events in the animal kingdom. Millions of red land crabs migrate to the sea to reproduce, creating a unique and breathtaking scene. NASA has two twin satellites named Tom and Jerry. They are called this because one always follows the other. A curious insect due to its shape is the Philiidae, also known as the leaf insect. Its shape and coloring perfectly mimic the leaves in its environment, providing camouflage from predators. South Beach, Miami Beach, Florida, is known for its popular beaches and the glamorous atmosphere of its restaurants, led by celebrity chefs. The movie The Lion King outperformed Pocahontas at the box office, even though the latter had hired the best animators to work on it. Did you know that the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt is the tallest pyramid in the world? It is one of humanity's greatest cultural treasures. In 1997, the capital of Montserrat, Plymouth, was evacuated due to volcanic eruptions. Today, Plymouth is a ghost town. Between Africa and Antarctica lies a frozen, uninhabited island called Bouvet, or Bouvetøya, which belongs to Norway. Did you know that high atmospheric pressure brings clear skies, while low pressure causes clouds and rain? This was the first photo of the entire Earth, known as blue marble. It was taken by the Apollo 17 crew on December 7, 1972, during their mission to the moon. Days were shorter when dinosaurs roamed the Earth. It's estimated that they lasted only 22 hours. Water itself is not considered wet, as wetness refers to a liquid's ability to adhere to a solid surface. The fabulous Amazon milk frog is known for looking like a little robot, thanks to its large eyes and smooth, shiny skin. Melanistic foxes are a rare variation of red fox with black or dark gray fur instead of the typical reddish color. The world's oldest wooden wheel, over 5,000 years old, was discovered in 2002 near Ljubljana, the capital of Slovenia. Snails have between 1,000 and 12,000 teeth, although they look nothing like ours. The Las Vegas Strip offers incredible views from its tower, as well as a thrilling amusement park at the top, featuring roller coasters and free-fall rides. The technology used to make smartphones has required the registration of approximately 250,000 different patents. Black cards are exclusive credit cards for individuals with high purchasing power. They also offer premium benefits like personalized assistance and access to VIP airport lounges. The Transformer robot exists and was made from a functional BMW. This is the frilled neck lizard, which inspired the Dilophosaurus in Jurassic Park. The first computer mouse was created in 1963 and was made of wood. In Uppsala, Sweden, students have the tradition of screaming at 10 p.m. to release academic stress. This is the stunning beauty of Lake Potso in Indonesia, known for its crystal clear waters, making it a natural wonder located in the Sulawesi Islands. This is the world's oldest pencil, found in a 10th century house and now part of Faber-Castell's private collection. This is the future of Lenovo laptops, a 17.3-inch transparent screen. Native birds of Australia are expert sound mimics, capable of imitating other animals, and even artificial sounds like horns, hammers, or chainsaws. The Bengal tiger is the largest feline in the world. Turbulence in airplanes is unpredictable and is mainly caused by unstable air currents, other planes' wakes, mountains, or storms. Soft drinks taste better in glass bottles because they preserve flavor and aroma more effectively, protect from light, and offer a better sensory experience. The movie Titanic, 1997, directed by James Cameron, is famous for its depiction of the ship's sinking and its epic romance. It's also among the top 3 most watched films in history. Goats are resistant to poison ivy, and the toxins it produces usually don't affect the quality of their milk. Hyenas are genetically more closely related to cats than to dogs. Did you know that the first place in the world to celebrate the New Year is in the Pacific Ocean? Specifically, on the island of Kiritimati, in the Republic of Kiribati. In 1889, the Margherita pizza was named in honor of Queen Margherita of Italy, who tasted a pizza decorated with the colors of the Italian flag. Spheres of the same color can appear different due to the fascinating influence of surrounding colors. Baby rhinoceroses make a sound that resembles the meow of a cat. A new species of glass sponge was recently discovered in the Mediterranean Sea. In 2015, Samantha Cristoforetti became the first astronaut to drink espresso in space, thanks to a collaboration between the Italian Space Agency and NASA. Army ants are capable of forming living bridges with their own bodies to reach their targets. Despite their long necks, giraffes have only 7 neck vertebrae, the same number as humans. Women generally have larger pupils than men. Sea otters sleep holding hands to prevent drifting apart while floating in the water. Did you know that dogs' ears and the folds in them are shaped to help trap and funnel scents toward their nose, enhancing their tracking ability? In the Arabic language, words are written from right to left, but Arabic numerals are written from left to right. The arrow next to the fuel gauge in a car shows which side the gas cap is on. In this case, the left. In some remote areas of the United States, interstate highways can be used as emergency landing strips during extreme situations. Plants existed before seeds, according to the fossil record. The first plants resembled mosses and reproduced via single-celled spores. Some species of bees bite into branches to hold themselves steady while they sleep, preventing the wind from moving them. The coat of arms of Colombia still includes a map of Panama, reflecting its historical connection. Frogs and other amphibians absorb water through their skin, so they rarely drink water like most animals do. Watermelons are made up of about 92% water. Both the red and white parts are nutritious and healthy. Snakes use their tongues to folly by detecting chemical particles in their environment. The ideal nap for most people should last between 10 to 20 minutes. These power naps boost alertness without interfering with nighttime sleep. The tallest horse ever recorded by the Guinness World Records is a miniature horse named Thumbelina. The Eiffel Tower is the most visited monument in the world, attracting millions of tourists every year. Xpeng, a company known for its innovations in electric vehicles, has developed a helicopter kit that transforms a car into a flying car. Leonardo da Vinci designed plans for a mechanical knight, operated by pulleys. Nearly 500 years later, a functioning model was successfully built. Lesotho, San Marino, and the Vatican are the only countries in the world completely surrounded by another country. Pigs are physically incapable of looking directly upward. Did you know that Manhattan Island in New York was once home to dense forests, streams, and a wide range of wildlife, including moose, lynx, and even black bears? These are liquid trees, urban bioreactors that help reduce air pollution by absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. Astronauts can lose up to 15% of their muscle mass during a 6-month stay in space. Some autonomous driving companies have used the video game GTA 5 to train their AI algorithms due to its highly realistic virtual environments. New banknotes subconsciously encourage people to spend less, as they trigger a desire to preserve their pristine condition. Horses generally sleep while standing up. The northernmost sand dunes in the world are in Saskatchewan, Canada, reaching heights of up to 30 meters. Wolves communicate through howls that can be heard from several kilometers away. This is Wilson Airless Gen 1, an innovative 3D printed basketball with no air, designed by Wilson. Some octopus species can lay up to 56,000 eggs at once to increase the chances of survival. Did you know that Superman's creators, Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, sold the rights to DC Comics in 1930 for just $30? Dolphins can heal from shallow shark bites due to their regenerative tissue and elastic skin. Beavers' teeth are orange because of their high iron content, which also strengthens them. According to quantum theory, electrons might be capable of living forever. Flamingos are born gray or white. They only turn pink after consuming brine shrimp and algae. Dinosaur fossils have been discovered on every continent, including Antarctica. This map in orange shows the full extent of the Roman Empire at its peak. Today, the city of Rome is known as the Eternal City due to its continuous history, spanning over 2,500 years. Hippos cannot swim well. Their bones are so dense that they sink and instead walk along the riverbed. On average, men speak about 15,000 words per day, while women speak around 30,000. Due to the Coriolis effect, tornadoes rotate counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. Cats and other felines cannot taste sweetness because they lack the necessary taste receptors. Some insects can fly at high altitudes. There's evidence they reach up to 3.25 kilometers above sea level. In 1582, many countries switched from the Julian to the Gregorian calendar, skipping 10 days to better align with the seasons. Bats are the only mammals capable of a true flight. The jaguarundi, also known as the morocea, is a wild feline with physical traits resembling otters and weasels. Lego produces more toy tires annually than any real tire manufacturer in the world. Rhode Island is the smallest U.S. state by land area and the 7th least populated. The borzoi, also known as the Russian Greyhound, is a dog breed known for its long, narrow snout. Although often called tentacles, octopuses technically have 8 arms. The creators of The Simpsons purposely left the location of Springfield ambiguous. There are 35 Springfields in the West, keeping the town's true location a mystery. In recent years, the richest 1% of the global population has accumulated nearly twice as much wealth as the rest of the world combined. The two most recently formed countries are Montenegro in 2006 and South Sudan in 2011. The relative speed between two airplanes traveling in opposite directions equals the sum of their actual speeds. Emperor penguins are the tallest living penguin species, typically standing around 120 centimeters. The two best-selling video games in history are Minecraft and Tetris, proving that simple designs can dominate the digital entertainment industry. This is the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History in Washington, D.C., known for its exhibits on minerals, fossils, and natural life. Turritopsis dohrnii is a species of jellyfish capable of reverting to its juvenile stage, effectively making it biologically immortal. Only 2 national flags in the world include the color purple: Dominica in the bird's plumage and Nicaragua in the rainbow stripe. This is the restaurant of the future. With this prototype table called Hull, augmented reality allows you to see your dish before ordering. The Borneo cat is one of the rarest and least known feline species in the world. The Chongqing Metro in China is famous for lines that pass directly through buildings, a design adapted to the city's mountainous and urban terrain. Australia is the first country to implement futuristic traffic signs that use laser projections on water curtains to warn truck drivers about height restrictions. The King Da Ka roller coaster was the first to reach a height of 139 meters and a top speed of 206 kilometers per hour, accelerating in just 3.5 seconds from launch. In Germany, the Hohenzollern Bridge is famous for the love locks that couples attach before throwing the key into the river to symbolize eternal love. This is the Lindt home of Chocolate Museum in Switzerland, the world's largest interactive chocolate museum. Cats' noses have unique and distinct patterns, much like human fingerprints. In 2001, commemorative Pokemon coins were issued in the territory of Niue and are now highly prized by collectors. Canada's Northern Territories, Yukon, Northwest Territories, and Nunavut cover an area nearly equal to that of the entire country of India. A couple got married 120 meters above ground, standing only on a net suspended at 5 points, an extraordinary wedding held in Hainan, China. Mont Saint-Michel in France is a stunning medieval structure on a rocky island, attracting tourists with its historic charm and scenic views. In the English language, there is no number containing the letter A before 1,000. Perfectly straight lines don't exist. When viewed up close, even lasers have slight irregularities or bends. Did you know? You cannot hum or sing while holding your nose shut. This is Novokuznetsk, Russia, a surreal-looking housing complex where nearly 20,000 people live, known for its overwhelming architectural scale. The heliopause is the boundary where the sun's solar wind meets interstellar space, marking the edge of the solar system. There are over 1 million known insect species in the world. This is Hyundai's innovative parking solution, designed for people who dislike maneuvering into tight spaces. The Pacific Ocean is the largest in the world, covering more than 63 million square miles. The color orange was named after the fruit, not the other way around. There's a unique piece of land between Egypt and Sudan, known as Bir Tawil, that belongs to no country and spans about 2,000 square kilometers. The world's largest hand-woven pavilion is located in Etzatlan, Jalisco, Mexico, at over 2,800 meters above sea level. Kiwis are flightless birds native to New Zealand and are often mistaken for mammals due to their fur-like feathers and nocturnal habits. Oymyakon in eastern Siberia, Russia, is one of the coldest inhabited places on Earth. While giant pandas are typically black and white, a unique brown panda named Kizai exists. He is the only one known of his kind. The Leaning Tower of Pisa in Italy began to tilt shortly after construction started in 1173 AD due to unstable ground. The world's oldest known trousers are over 3,000 years old and once belonged to a nomadic horseman. It's estimated that the human eye can distinguish up to 10 million different colors. The red-lipped batfish is known for its vivid, pouty lips that give it an oddly human, frowning appearance. Obsidian is the sharpest naturally occurring material. It can be fractured down to the molecular level. Some planets, like Venus and Jupiter, are bright enough to be seen during the day if you know where to look. Some places look surreal, like Euskar, a village in Spain painted entirely blue to promote the Smurfs movie, a change the residents voted to keep. The feathers of the eider duck in Iceland are the most expensive in the world, highly prized for their warmth and softness. A crossbreed of the Kai Bisonte is known as a buffalo. In the 1996, the Monaco Grand Prix, only 3 Formula One cars finished the race, with the rest retiring due to various issues, an event highlighted in many documentaries. Cerro de la Silla, in Nuevo León, Mexico, is a natural landmark known for its scenic beauty and distinctive saddle-like shape, making it a symbol of Monterrey. Snakes can sense ground vibrations from long-distance avulsions, which helps them detect approaching danger and may even allow them to predict earthquakes. The Madagascan chameleon is one of the smallest vertebrates in the world. The word quiz dates back to the 17th century, and by the 1780s in the UK, it was commonly used to describe an academic test or examination. This was the first flower ever grown in space, on board the International Space Station. Rubbing stainless steel underwater can help neutralize strong odors on your hands, such as garlic or fish. Singapore Airport is home to the world's tallest indoor waterfall, located in the Jewel Terminal. Some cruise lines offer permanent residency packages, allowing people to live on board, as if in a floating luxury resort. Many species of ants release strong-smelling chemicals when they are agitated, threatened, or crushed. The first online social network, launched in 1997, was 6 Degrees, allowing users to create profiles and connect with friends, paving the way for modern social media. In a group of just 23 people, there is over a 50% chance that 2 of them share the same birthday, a phenomenon known as the birthday paradox. The roll-up pedestrian bridge over Paddington Canal in London coils into an octagonal shape to let boats pass. An engineering marvel. Poison dart frogs, native to Central and South America, use their bright colors and toxic skin to deter predators. Elvis Presley's famous home, Graceland, is located in Memphis, Tennessee, not Manchester, and is one of the top tourist attractions in the United States. When your sleep is frequently interrupted, you're more likely to remember your dreams. The world's largest clock face is located on the Abrush Al Bayt Towers in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. In China, a replica of Paris called Tianducheng was built in 2007, complete with an Eiffel Tower replica. The Oscars were originally called the Academy Awards of Merit. Sloths can hold their breath underwater for several minutes, and their fur hosts a tiny ecosystem of algae, insects, and moths. Pigs are considered the 4th most intelligent animals, after chimpanzees, dolphins, and elephants. The Amazon River, one of Brazil's natural wonders, is the longest river in the world, stretching approximately 7,062 kilometers. A 2-legged robot developed by Oregon State University set a Guinness World Record by running 100 meters in under 25 seconds. Like humans, dogs can be left or right-pawed, which is evident in the way they play, walk, or manipulate objects. During World War II, a Dutch ship disguised itself as an island to evade Japanese detection, a clever wartime strategy. Russia spans across 11 time zones, the most of any country in the world. The tallest chimney in Europe is in Slovenia, and it has become a hotspot for extreme climbers. Montes longicorns are a type of grasshopper known for their incredibly long antennae. It's estimated that there could be as many as 6 billion Earth-like planets in our galaxy. Did you know that approximately $21 billion worth of gift cards have gone unredeemed in the US because people forgot or didn't use them in time? Lionel Messi's first contract with FC Barcelona was signed in a coffee shop on a napkin, which was recently auctioned for a large sum. The design of Oreo cookies, including their shape and the pattern on the cream filling, was inspired by the moon and the stars. Chandbauri, an ancient stepwell in Rajasthan, India, was built in the 9th century and is famous for its intricate architecture with over 3,500 steps. A futuristic keyboard has been developed with a screen underneath its keys, allowing it to play videos. It would take about 50 million helium-filled balloons to lift a house, like the one in the movie Up. On Diamond Beach in Iceland, glacial ice fragments from Yokulsarlon wash ashore, creating an incredible contrast against the black sand. India has recently overtaken China as the world's most populous country. The human brain can sense when someone is watching you, even while you sleep, a phenomenon sometimes referred to as scopisthesia. The shoebill, native to Africa, not South America, is a large bird with a unique shoe-shaped beak. It feeds on fish, amphibians, and reptiles in swampy wetlands. If the oceans disappeared, about 70% of Earth's surface, including submerged mountains and canyons, would be revealed. Gravity and aging cause your nose and ears to appear larger over time due to reduced skin elasticity and drooping tissue. Sierra Leone in West Africa has been rated as the world's roundest country in terms of shape. In the Black Forest of Germany, some traditional houses are uniquely built on tree trunks for structural and cultural reasons. Only about 25% of the Sahara Desert is covered in sand. The rest is made up of rocky plateaus, gravel plains, mountains, and oases. The sound effects of fighter jets in Star Wars. The explorers were inspired by recordings of German World War II aircraft. After water, tea is the most consumed beverage globally, with a history that began in ancient China over 4,000 years ago. Bill Gates has a giant periodic table in his office, which contains samples of nearly all known elements. You can use the stem of a dandelion as a whistle by blowing into it. A fun, natural instrument. Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, a Gothic masterpiece, began construction in 1163 and was completed in 1345. The James Webb Space Telescope, launched in 2021, is the successor to the Hubble telescope, designed to study the earliest galaxies in the universe. The dwarf lantern shark is the smallest known shark, measuring about 22 centimeters in length. NEOM's The Line and IDA, a futuristic megacity under construction in Saudi Arabia, is expected to house 600,000 people and include attractions like a Formula One track and a water park. The word education contains all 5 vowels in order, but the shortest English word that does so is sequoia. The Independence Day Parade in Washington, D.C. features patriotic displays including marching bands, floats, and fireworks. All airplanes use navigation lights, green on the right wing, red on the left wing, and white on the tail to indicate position and direction. The axolotl, an aquatic amphibian native to Mexico, is one of the most unusual species in the world and is critically important for scientific and biodiversity research. The most expensive Tesla model is the Cybertruck Cyberbeast, priced at $99,990, with deliveries expected in 2025. Some rivers never reach the ocean. Instead, they end in lakes or deserts. A famous example is the Okavango River in Botswana. The terracotta army of China's first emperor was discovered in 1974 and includes over 1,000 life-sized clay soldiers and horses. In Istanbul, Turkey, a special turbine captures air displaced by vehicles to generate electricity. A building in London had mirrored windows placed in such a way that they reflected and melted nearby cars due to intense sunlight. In Talkeetna, Alaska, a cat named Stubbs was the honorary mayor for more than 10 years, a symbolic role beloved by locals and tourists alike. In the 1990s, a shipment accident caused 29,000 rubber ducks to spill into the ocean, helping scientists track ocean currents and plastic pollution. There is a McDonald's restaurant in New Zealand, housed inside a decommissioned airplane. On average, a 4-year-old child asks between 100 and 400 questions per day, a testament to their natural curiosity. Surprisingly, the cotton candy machine was invented by a dentist in 1897. The Trans-Siberian Railway, the most famous railway in the world, connects European Russia to the Far East and the Pacific Ocean, crossing diverse and stunning landscapes and even extending to Mongolia, China and North Korea. Antipodes are opposite points on Earth. For example, some parts of Argentina and Chile have antipodes located in China. In Dubai, strict debt laws have led to numerous abandoned luxury cars on the streets, left behind by owners who could no longer afford them. Louis Vuitton redefined luxury with an exclusive 2-story floating island in Singapore, which has quickly become a popular tourist attraction. A stray kitten and a lynx formed an unlikely friendship at the Leningrad Zoo and have remained inseparable for over 10 years. A drop of water takes about 90 days to travel the entire Mississippi River, covering over 3,700 kilometers from Minnesota to the Gulf of Mexico. Artist Indy Daku creates powerful art installations by cutting out letters that cast shadow messages on the ground when illuminated by the sun. Dolly the sheep was the first cloned animal in history. You can see her preserved remains on display at the National Museum of Scotland. The longest possible straight-line walk on Earth covers about 13,589 kilometers, stretching from Liberia to China. In Copenhagen, Denmark, a waste-to-energy plant not only produces clean energy, it also features a ski slope on its roof. The first Marvel superhero was not Captain America, but the Human Torch, who debuted in 1939. Asia is the largest continent, covering about 80.6% of Earth's total surface area. Did you know that Uranus was originally named George in honor of King George III? The name stuck for over 40 years before being changed. In Japan, old telephone booths have been creatively transformed into goldfish aquariums on the streets. Valentina Tereshkova became the first woman in space in 1963 aboard the Soviet spacecraft Vostok 6. Shaving does not cause hair to grow back thicker. It only appears that way because of the blunt edge created by cutting the hair. Ostriches are the largest and fastest birds in the world, capable of running at speeds up to 70 kilometers per hour. In the year 1800, only 3% of people lived in urban areas. By the year 2000, that number had risen to 47%. Viewing pictures of animals while working can improve mood, enhance attention to detail, and boost productivity. Sand snakes avoid the heat of the day by hiding underground and ambush their prey during cooler hours. Bridges freeze faster than roads because they are exposed to cold air from both above and below, unlike streets which only freeze from above. The Panama Canal connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans and is one of the most important trade routes in the world. Sea scallops move slowly across the ocean floor, using tiny feet to search for food and shelter. The piano was invented by Bartolomeo Cristofori in Italy in the early 18th century. The fastest recorded speed of a falling raindrop is about 30 kilometers per hour. In China, a traffic jam once stretched 100 kilometers and lasted an unbelievable 11 days. Mauna Loa, located on Hawaii's Big Island, is the largest volcano on Earth by volume and surface area. The Gran Telescopio Canarias, located on La Palma Island in Spain, is one of the largest optical telescopes in the world. Mount Rushmore, located in South Dakota, features the carved faces of 4 U.S. presidents: George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. The stars we see from Earth are actually images from the past. For instance, if a star is 100 light-years away, we see it as it was 100 years ago due to the time it takes for its light to reach us. In Yukon, Canada, there is a famous signpost forest that was started by a soldier in 1942. The Heavenly Pit is the largest natural sinkhole in the world, located in China's Chongqing province. A baby panda is smaller than a teacup when it is born. If you like our videos, don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. 1. Spider silk is the strongest natural material, even surpassing steel in strength and toughness. 2. Chess has more possible positions than atoms in the observable universe. 3. Expiration dates on water bottles refer to the plastic, which can degrade over time, not the water itself. 4. The largest swimming pool in the world is located in Chile. It spans 1 kilometer from one end to the other and holds 250 million liters of seawater. 5. Did you know that Basenji dogs are unable to bark? This peculiarity sets them apart from other dog breeds and makes them especially interesting. 6. The probability of finding a blue lobster is 1 in 2 million due to a genetic anomaly. 7. In Morocco, due to the scarcity of food on the ground, goats are known to climb argan trees in search of food. 8. The actors who played Mickey and Minnie got married in real life. 9. There is a unique transparent flower in the world called the skeleton flower, found in Japan, China, and the USA. 10. It is not possible to fold a square piece of paper in half more than 7 times. 11. In the original script of Back to the Future, the time machine was not a DeLorean, but a refrigerator. 12. The human body contains about 37 liters of water, making up about 60% of our body weight. 13. Bhutan is the only country that uses gross national happiness as a measure of success, prioritizing the well-being of its population over economic growth. 14. Wild dolphins communicate using special whistles. Research suggests these sounds help them recognize each other and respond when they hear the whistles of other dolphins. 15. Did you know that the thumb on any hand is the same length as the nose of that same body? 16. India withdrew from the 1950 World Cup because they were not allowed to play barefoot. 17. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from France to the USA, designed by Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi and built by Gustave Eiffel. 18. The oldest restaurant in the world was founded in 1725. Its name is Casa Botin, and it's in Madrid, Spain. In 1 hour, you can experience centuries of culinary history in this place. 19. The only underwater museum in the world is in Lanzarote and is known as the Atlantic Museum. 20. The famous game Monopoly was created by an anti-capitalist to critique capitalism. 21. The famous Hollywood sign originally read Hollywoodland. 22. In the Tokyo subway, there are people called pushers who earn $1,500 a month. Their job is to help people get into crowded trains. 23. Kakaratul, the rare and tiny mole photographed in the Australian desert, is currently very little known. 24. Apples are made up of about 25% air, which is why they can float in water. 25. Cats sleep more than 70% of their lives. 26. Chimpanzees also suffer from fits of laughter, demonstrating surprising similarities to humans in their expression of emotions. 27. Although the centipede is named for its supposed 100 legs, it actually has about 30. 28. When two people are in love, their heartbeats synchronize, especially during significant moments like a wedding. 29. Sudan, in the Nubian region, has the highest concentration of pyramids in the world, with a total of 255, surpassing countries like Egypt and Mexico. 30. The Sahara Desert was a tropical rainforest 6,000 years ago. 31. Einstein was not a good student and had difficulty speaking at age 9, which led his parents to worry about his development. 32. Barbie and Ken were named after the children of creator Ruth Handler, who were named Barbara and Kenneth, respectively. 33. Red Bull was sued for false advertising for its claim that the drink gives you wings and had to pay $13 million. 34. Nintendo and Universal built Super Nintendo World, a theme park in Japan inspired by Mario Brotherhood, featuring attractions like Mario Kart, Koopas, and Yoshi Adventure. 35. The first 10 minutes of a first date can be a facade, as we try to make a good impression. 36. 16% of women are born blonde, but 33% of women are blonde at some point in their lives. 37. The letter J is the only letter not present in the periodic table of chemical elements. 38. A person blinks approximately 25,000 times a week. 39. The elephant is the only animal with 4 knees, highlighting its unique anatomy in the animal kingdom. 40. Shakespeare's daughter was illiterate, a surprising revelation about the family of the famous playwright. 41. Donald Duck cartoons were banned in Finland because the character did not wear pants. 42. The most common name in the world is Mohammed. 43. Did you know that in Switzerland, it is illegal to have just one guinea pig because it is considered animal cruelty, as they are social beings and can feel lonely? 44. Anti-cheating hats. The method proposed by a teacher in the Philippines to prevent exam copying is something curious that has gone viral after being made from cardboard, clothing, and even egg cartons. 45. The atoms that make up our bodies are over 13.7 billion years old, having formed during the Big Bang. 46. Salvador Dali designed the Chupa Chups logo in 1969, being a well-known surrealist artist. 47. Coca-Cola cannot be purchased in only 2 countries in the world, North Korea and Cuba. 48. The blue color of Facebook was chosen because of Mark Zuckerberg's color blindness, as this color is one he sees best. 49. Al Pacino's face was the first logo of Facebook until it was changed in 2007. 50. A cloud weighs on average 1 billion tons, equivalent to about 10,000 tanker trucks. If you like these facts, we invite you to like the video and subscribe. Let's continue. 51. Carrots used to be purple, but from the 16th century onward, they were deliberately bred to change their color to orange. 52. Losing your pinky finger could mean a loss of 50% of the strength in your arm, which is a surprising but significant fact. 53. It is impossible to sneeze with your eyes open. No matter how hard you try, your body won't allow it. 54. Crows and bees have the ability to recognize human faces, showcasing their intelligence and cognitive abilities. 55. Russia is larger in size than Pluto, highlighting the vastness of its territory. 56. Chewing gum while cutting an onion can prevent tears, a technique worth trying. 57. Did you know that Hamburg is known for having the most bridges in a city, with a total of 2,302 bridges, making it a unique place? 58. A healthy human eye can differentiate up to 10 million distinct colors. Only 12% of the world's population possesses this incredible visual ability. 59. Honey is a unique food that does not spoil, remaining fresh forever due to its high sugar content and low water amount. 60. France is the most popular tourist destination in the world, with an astonishing approximately 89 million visitors a year. 61. The lower eyelid has about 80 eyelashes, which play an important role in protecting the eyes. 62. Parrots can talk because they have an organ called a syrinx, which allows them to produce a wide range of sounds. 63. The human body releases enough heat in 30 minutes to boil almost half a liter of water, demonstrating the efficiency of our system. 64. Bats are valuable to U.S. agriculture, as by eating pest insects, they save the industry more than $3.7 billion a year. 65. Jellyfish have existed for 650 million years, making them one of the oldest species to inhabit the Earth. 66. Hummingbirds flap their wings very fast, about 53 times per second. Additionally, they can fly backward, thanks to the way they move their wings in circles. 67. Horses use facial expressions as a means of communication with each other, demonstrating a sophisticated form of social interaction. 68. San Marino, founded in the year 301, is considered the oldest country in the world. 69. Baku is the largest city located below sea level, situated 28 meters below sea level. 70. Spanish is the second most spoken language in the world, surpassed only by Chinese in terms of native speakers. 71. Contrary to popular belief, the Great Wall of China is not visible from space to the naked eye without the aid of a telescope or other magnifying devices. 72. Did you know that astronaut Neil Armstrong wanted to take a football to the moon, but NASA did not allow it? 73. Australia is not only the widest continent on Earth, but it is also wider than the moon, with a diameter of nearly 4,000 kilometers, compared to the moon's 3,400 kilometers. 74. The sun releases more energy in 1 second than all the energy consumed by humanity since its beginning. 75. Did you know that Napoleon Bonaparte calculated that the stones from the pyramids of Egypt would be enough to build a wall around France? This fact is a widely known urban legend. 76. Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania is the highest mountain in Africa and the tallest inactive volcano in the world. 77. CDs were designed to hold 72 minutes of music, coinciding with the duration of Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. 78. Human teeth cannot heal themselves as they are covered in enamel, which is not living tissue. Additionally, human teeth are almost as hard as diamonds. 79. Nutmeg contains certain compounds that can affect the mind when consumed in significant amounts. 80. Ketchup was once sold as medicine to treat indigestion in 1834, demonstrating its unconventional early uses. 81. Did you know that the moon experiences a lunar earthquakes due to tidal stresses related to its distance from the Earth? 82. According to a Stanford study, the true probability of winning a coin toss is not 50-50, but more like 51-49, favoring the side that was facing up when it was tossed. 83. In Antarctica, Lake Vostok, beneath the ice sheet, has been isolated for millions of years and may harbor unique forms of life. 84. Of the 206 bones in the adult human body, 52 are found in the feet, illustrating the complexity and importance of this part of the body. 85. Women blink twice as often as men on average, showing an interesting biological difference. 86. McDonald's initially sold hot dogs in 1937, before shifting its menu to hamburgers around 1950, reflecting the evolution of the fast food chain. 87. Anthony Hopkins never blinks throughout the entire 1991 film, The Silence of the Lambs, highlighting his acting skill and the intensity of his performance. 88. Thomas Edison was afraid of the dark, which motivated him to invent the light bulb in 1879, demonstrating how personal fears can inspire great innovations. 89. Ants never sleep because they primarily live underground and do not follow a regular day-night cycle. 90. Nails grow at an average rate of about 3.47 millimeters per month, showing consistent but gradual growth. 91. The speed of saliva in a sneeze can reach between 110 and 160 kilometers per hour, illustrating the force of this reflex. 92. From space at the International Space Station, you can witness 15 sunrises and 15 sunsets each day. A stunning view from an orbital perspective. 93. It is estimated that diamonds rain down on Jupiter and Saturn at a rate of about 10 million tons per year, revealing the unique composition of their atmospheres. 94. Contrary to its name, the white rhinoceros is not white, but gray, which may surprise some. 95. Daily we lose between 35 and 100 hairs from our scalp as part of the hair growth and shedding cycle. 96. Although the size of our eyes remains the same from birth, our nose and ears continue to grow throughout life. 97. Did you know that Einstein's theory of relativity suggests that time passes more slowly near massive objects, known as time dilation? 98. A single piece of bone can support up to 9 tons of weight, demonstrating the incredible strength of bone tissue. 99. More than 90% of airplane accidents have survivors, highlighting the effectiveness of safety measures and technology in modern aviation. 100. Hedgehogs can have between 5,000 and 7,000 quills on their bodies, providing effective protection against predators. 101. It is estimated that we have an average of 1,400 dreams per year, indicating frequent dream activity during the sleep cycle. 102. In the Middle Ages, sugar was considered a luxury item, reflecting its rarity and value during that historical period. 103. Anteaters consume about 15,000 ants daily, ensuring they satisfy their appetite. 104. Globally, there are more chickens than people, which is quite surprising considering the human population. 105. According to updated data, Mount Everest is continuously growing, increasing by a few millimeters each year due to tectonic activity between the Indian and Eurasian plates. 106. The shark is capable of winking both eyes, making it the only fish with this unique ability. 107. A strange metal monolith was found in the Utah desert in 2020 and later removed, leading to various theories about its origin. 108. The sailfish is the fastest fish, capable of reaching speeds of up to 110 kilometers per h over short distances. 109. Indonesia has the largest number of active volcanoes in the world. 110. Whales can sleep while swimming slowly, allowing them to rest while still moving. 111. The giant fruit bat, native to the Philippines, is the largest in the world, with a wingspan of up to 5 feet. 112. The tongue of a blue whale weighs as much as an adult elephant. 113. Stockholm, the capital of Sweden, is built on 14 interconnected islands by more than 50 bridges. 114. Seahorses are unique among marine species because the males give birth and care for the young. 115. Human DNA shares 60% similarity with banana DNA, 80% with mice, and 96% with chimpanzees. 116. In Bangladesh, Taiwan, and Egypt, the act of cheating on an exam can result in serious penalties, demonstrating the strictness of the consequences. 117. Giraffes are animals that do not make sounds, distinguishing them from many other species in the animal kingdom. 118. The Lonomia obliqua caterpillar, despite its cute appearance, is one of the most venomous species in the world. 119. The saguaro cactus in the Sonoran Desert grows extremely slowly, less than 1 meter in 20 years, but can live up to 200 years and reach heights of 20 meters. 120. Did you know that sound travels faster in water than in air? In fact, its speed in water is about 4 times greater than in air. 121. The Amazon River is the longest and most voluminous in the world, being so wide in some places that you cannot see the opposite shore from the other bank. 122. There is a little-known word, ultracrepidarian, which describes someone who gives opinions on subjects they know nothing about, according to the Royal Spanish Academy. 123. The chameleon can move its eyes independently, providing it with excellent panoramic vision. 124. The Eiffel Tower is nearly 15 centimeters taller in the summer due to the thermal expansion of iron. 125. The Pontiac GS was the first prototype of a transparent car in history, manufactured by General Motors in 1939. 126. Venus is the only planet that rotates counterclockwise on its axis, although it orbits the Sun every 225 Earth days. 127. Unlike many national anthems, the Spanish anthem, the Marcha Real, has no official lyrics, making it one of the few in the world in this situation. 128. Hangzhou Cave in Vietnam is the largest cave in the world, with gigantic dimensions. 129. The famous stone heads of Easter Island have complete bodies, as discovered in 2010, when archaeologists found full figures up to 10 meters tall. 130. M&Ms are named after the entrepreneurs who created them, Forrest Mars and Bruce Murray. Although their relationship was not the best, as Mars eventually acquired Murray's stake in the business. 131. The company WhatsApp has a team of only 55 employees, mostly maintaining the original team after being acquired by Facebook. 132. Fison's Island changes nationality every 6 months, sharing sovereignty between Spain and France, being Spanish from February to July, and French for the rest of the year. 133. It is estimated that 80% of a baby's cognitive abilities come from their maternal heritage, highlighting the maternal influence on intellectual development. 134. To produce 1 kilogram of honey, the work of 2,500 bees is needed, which means 200,000 flights, covering at least 8,000 kilometers, and visiting approximately 1.4 million flowers. 135. It takes 200 liters of water to produce 1 liter of Coca-Cola, revealing the high resource consumption in the production of this beverage. 136. The eyes make more movements than the legs, moving approximately 100,000 times a day, equivalent to walking 80 kilometers daily. 137. Record auction. A copy of the first Superman comic was sold for $6 million this year. 138. Tigers have unique stripes on their skin, just as humans have unique fingerprints. 139. Did you know that the University of Oxford is older than the Aztec culture, with records of its teaching dating back to 1096? 140. Ants can carry objects that are up to 50 times their own weight, due to the relative strength of their muscles. 141. The Nordstern Hotel in the Swiss Alps offers a unique experience by allowing guests to sleep under the stars at 1,900 meters high. 142. Humans can distinguish over 1 trillion different odors, illustrating the incredible olfactory capacity of the species. 143. Meryl Streep is the actress with the most nominations in Academy history, having won 3 times. 144. A mole can dig a tunnel 100 meters long in a single night, demonstrating its efficiency as a digger. 145. Mount St. Helens, located in Washington, is considered the youngest glacier in the world due to its recent formation. 146. Antarctica holds approximately 70% of the Earth's fresh water, highlighting its importance as a resource reserve. 147. A flea can jump 18 centimeters vertically and 33 centimeters horizontally, showcasing its incredible jumping ability relative to its size. 148. Avocados are considered fruits, not vegetables. Technically, they're single-seed berries. 149. Starfish do not have a centralized brain, but rather a nervous system distributed throughout their bodies. 150. The longest book in the world is In Search of Lost Time by Marcel Proust, with approximately 9,609,000 characters in its complete French version. These are the first 50 facts. If you're enjoying the video, subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos. 151. The sound of the sea and seashells is due to the surrounding noise resonating within them because of their hollow shape. In reality, what we hear is the flow of air inside the shell, and the same would happen with an empty glass. 152. Baby rabbits are called kittens. 153. The unicorn is the national animal of Scotland, chosen for its association with chivalry, purity, and innocence in Celtic mythology. 154. The first flight of an airplane took place on December 17, 1903, by the Wright brothers in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. 155. The arts used to be an Olympic sport until around 1950, with events awarding medals in music, painting, sculpture, and architecture. 156. The chef's hat has 100 folds, symbolizing the 100 ways to cook an egg. 157. In 2014, a Tinder match was recorded in Antarctica between two researchers in remote locations, one at McMurdo Station and the other camping 45 minutes away by helicopter. 158. The letter Q is the only letter that doesn't appear in the name of any U.S. state. 159. The quietest place in the world, known as an anechoic chamber, is located on Microsoft's campus in Redmond, Seattle. 160. Astolat Castle, the most expensive dollhouse, is worth $85 million, with 29 furnished rooms and 10,000 miniatures. 161. There is a fruit called black sapoto that tastes like chocolate pudding and is grown in Central and South America. 162. According to a random study conducted in 1995, pigeons have the ability to distinguish between Picasso and Monet. 163. The last letter added to the English alphabet was J in 1524. 164. The longest walkable journey in the world is 22,387 kilometers, starting in Russia and ending in South Africa. 165. All the pandas in the world, except 3, are owned by China, as the Chinese government sent specimens to other countries as loans to increase their population and protect the species. 166. An ostrich's eye is larger than its brain. 167. The Vatican City is the smallest country in the world. 168. Japan has over 200 flavors of Kit Kat. 169. Flamingos bend their legs at the ankle, not the knee. 170. The sound of thunder is caused by the rapid heating and cooling of the air around a lightning bolt, creating a shock wave perceived as thunder. 171. The first email ever sent contained the letters Quartuyo, which are the letters from the first row of the keyboard. 172. On Uranus, the seasons lost 21 years due to its tilt. 173. Gucci holds a Guinness World Record for selling the most expensive jeans, priced at $3,314. 174. Not everyone knows that HTC was the pioneering company that, along with Samsung, took the risk of launching the first app to market. Google Maps navigation and the popular game Angry Birds were spearheads in this life-changing advancement. 175. The Mariana Trench, the deepest point in the ocean, is nearly 11 kilometers below sea level. 176. China has the most internet users in the world, reaching 1,092,000,000 in 2023. 177. The city where mouse hunting is banned is Cleveland, Ohio, USA. 178. The Hawaiian alphabet consists of 12 letters, 5 vowels, O-A-U-I-O-U, and 7 consonants, H-K-L-M-N-P-W. 179. Clicking 10 million times with a mouse burns 1 calorie. 180. A drop of oil can contaminate 25 liters of water. 181st. Dugongs, similar to manatees, are aquatic mammals. They became extinct in China in 2008, and since then, no dugongs have been recorded along the country's coasts. Additionally, according to legend, these animals inspired myths about the origin of mermaids. 182. Fireflies produce their own light through bioluminescence to attract potential mates during mating. 183. The first mobile phone in the world weighed 800 grams. It was the Motorola Dynatac 8000X 184. Did you know that the most commonly used password in the world is 123456? 185. Moriah is the largest mirror-covered building in the world, located in the Saudi Arabian desert. It is a cultural center with stunning architecture that appears invisible in the Alula desert landscape. 186. The first product sold on the internet was a pizza from Pizza Hut. 187. Koalas can live their entire lives without drinking water. They also have fingerprints almost identical to humans, which has caused confusion at crime scenes. 188. A person can go a month without food, but only 7 days without drinking water. 189. The first emoji used was a happy face, created by computer scientist Scott Fahlman in 1982. 190. It takes 140 liters of water to grow the coffee beans for 1 cup. 191. Plants grow faster when exposed to music. 192. Panda bears can spend up to 12 hours a day eating. 193. A snail can sleep for up to 3 years. A regular nap lasts about a week. 194. The Great Barrier Reef in Australia is the largest living organism in the world and is visible from space. 195. Did you know that a pineapple plant takes 2 years to produce its fruit? 196. The Atacama Desert in Chile is the driest place on Earth, even drier than the Sahara. 197. There are more than 10,000 types of tomatoes in the world. 198. The Earth contains about 525 million cubic kilometers of water. 199. Jack Nicholson is the actor with the most nominations in Academy history, with 12. 200. Reindeer eyes turn blue in winter to help them see better in low light. 201. Animals with fast metabolism like flies and hummingbirds perceive time faster, while those with slow metabolism like turtles and whales perceive it slower. 202. Dog's sense of smell is about 100,000 times stronger than that of humans, but they only have 1/6 of our taste buds. 203. Polar bears have black skin, and their hairs are hollow. They have a thick layer of body fat that keeps them warm while swimming, and a double-layered coat that protects them from the air. Arctic cold. 204. Russia occupies the equivalent of 10% of the Earth's surface, with 17,980,250 kilometers. 205. Mongolia, whose capital is Ulaanbaatar, is the sovereign country with the lowest population density. It has 3,112,800 inhabitants, having an average of less than 2 inhabitants per square kilometer. 206. Dolphins sleep with one eye open and the other closed. 207. The bombardier beetle can launch a high-temperature chemical spray from its abdomen. As a defense, 208 male gentoo penguins propose to females by giving them a pebble. 209. Frogfish have no teeth and must swallow prey to feed. 210. An electric eel can produce enough electricity to light up to 10 electric light bulbs. 211. Did you know that the warmer climate causes more female turtles to be born than males? 212. Bolivia has the record for being the flattest country on planet Earth. 213. Within 4 billion years, our galaxy will collide with the Andromeda Galaxy. 214. The peregrine falcon is the fastest bird in the world, especially reaching high speeds when it is in a dive in search of prey. 215. Oysters can change gender depending on which one is suitable for mating. 216. The cheetah is the fastest land animal, reaching speeds of up to 113 kilometers per h in short races. 217. Sea sponges were recognized as animals in 1825. 218. Humans fish approximately 100 million of sharks per year. 219. The human body has the same amount of beauty as chimpanzees. 220. In South Korea, there is the Purple Island, where everything revolves around the color violet, attracting many tourists due to its unique theme. 221. Slow lorises are a species of poisonous mammal that has a special gland on its arms that produces a toxin activated by saliva used as a defense against predators. 222. Crabs are marine species that have teeth in their stomach. 223. Alaska used to be part of Russia before it was sold to the United States for just over $7 million at the time. It is now a key territory for the extraction of natural resources. 224. France's longest land border is in Brazil, with an extension of 673 kilometers, thanks to French Guiana. 225. La Rinconada. It is the highest city in the world, located in the Andes, at more than 5,100 m high. 226. Did you know that Japan has 14,125 islands? 227. Reindeer perform a walking spiral as a defense tactic against predators, making it difficult to attack a single one of them. And more. It is likely that the predator will be hurt in the middle of the stampede. 228. The first man to circumnavigate the world was the Spanish navigator Juan Sebastián del Cano in September 1522. 229. Spain is the country with the highest number of bars per inhabitant. 230. The octobajo is the largest double bass in the world, capable of emitting bass and deep sounds, although playing it without assistance is difficult due to its height of 4 m. 231. In 2016, Luke Ians made history by jumping without a parachute from 1,600 m and landing on a 30 by 30 m net in California, achieving a world record. 232. In the Sahara Desert, it has snowed as it did in 2018, although it is not common, and the snow usually melts quickly. 233. Machu Picchu is built earthquake-proof using an engineering technique called ashlar. 234. Approximately a third of the games purchased on Steam are never played. 235. Japan's national anthem, known as Kimigayo, is the oldest and shortest in the world, made up of just 5 lines of text. 236. The last time a pure gold medal was awarded at the Olympic Games was in 1912. The current medals are not 100% pure gold. 237. In 2001, Google Images was created due to the great demand of people looking for images of the green dress that Jennifer Lopez had worn at the 2000 Grammy Awards. 238. The entire amount of gold extracted to date would be enough to fill only 3.5 Olympic swimming pools. 239. The song of the sperm whale stands out as the most powerful sound in nature, reaching levels of up to 233 decibels. 240. The Merrick Garden in Dubai stands out as one of the flower gardens largest in the world, housing more than 500,000 flowers. 241. The version of XL 97 included a secret and airplane simulation game was hidden in its code. 242. The film Matrix achieved a milestone by becoming the first to sell 1 million copies in DVD format. 243. Did you know that in Japan, manhole covers become works of art? Hundreds of municipalities have decorated them to beautify their public spaces. 244. In 1826, Nippur Niepce captured the first photograph in history from the balcony of his house in France. 245. Plasticine had its origin in a product for cleaning wallpaper that was not in demand, but became an essential game. 246. The woodpecker hits the wood up to 16 times per second, exerting a deceleration force with each peck that is 1 times the force of gravity. 247. Did you know that India has the highest percentage of vegetarians, while Russia has the lowest? 248. Leonardo da Vinci spent several years painting the Mona Lisa without considering it ever finished. 249. This is the narrowest street in the world. It is only 31 centimeters wide. It is located in a city in the southwest of Germany and is in the Guinness Book of Records. 250. Minim's Rapid Jai song holds the Guinness record for having the most words in a single, with 1,560 in just over 5 minutes. 251. General Sermon is a giant sequel in Sequoia National Park, California. It is the largest single trunk tree in the world by volume, and it is more than 2,300 years old. 252. Ants lack sufficient mass to suffer damage from the force of a fall, regardless of height. 253. Still roads built during the Roman Empire are used today. 254. The golden dart frog of Colombia and Panama is the most toxic vertebrate. Its venom can kill 10 adults. 255. Zebras have black and white stripes, possibly as a strategy to avoid insect bites. 256. The Juno space probe traveled for almost 5 years to reach the orbit of Jupiter. 257. Sasai-san, an anime created by Machiko Aba, has been broadcast since 1969 and has more than 7,500 episodes to date. 258. Volkswagen owns a conglomerate of automobile brands that they include Audi, Bentley, Bugatti, Ducati, Lamborghini, and Porsche, among others. 259. In China, there is a solar power plant in the shape of giant pandas. 260. The Pixar team spent 3 years studying the physics of curly hair for its representation in the film Brad. 261. Sweat of hippos is pink and serves as protection against the sun, insects, and germs. 262. In the Netherlands, they built a bridge exclusively for redoors, although in its first 2 years, only 5 squirrels used it. 263. Although flamingos can reach a maximum speed of 35 miles in 60 minutes and are capable of flying, they generally choose to fly at night. 264. The most efficient vehicle in the world is the Eximus 4. This single-seater can travel 10,000 kilometers with the equivalent of the energy obtained with 1 L of gasoline. 265. They built the tallest sandcastle in the world in Denmark. Did you know that it reached more than 20 m in height and almost 5,000 tons of sand? 266. In 2005, Blockbuster had the opportunity to acquire Netflix for only $50 million, but they chose not to do so. 267. Which they have a life expectancy of up to 30 years and spend between 15 and 18 hours a day sleeping due to their slow metabolism. 268. Approximately 80% of animal species on the planet have 6 legs, mainly because most are insects. 69. Nomophobia is the irrational fear of being left without a mobile phone. 270. The first product to use a barcode was a pack of chewing gum in 1974. 271. Although the language is believed to be at least 550,000 years old, many linguists suggest it is much older. Some estimate up to 500,000 years. 272. It is estimated that there are around 10,000 billion ants in the world, which is approximately equivalent to the weight of the entire human population. 273. The island of Kosima in Japan is known as Rubber Island due to its population of wild rabbits. 274. Did you know that Pescoy? It is considered the most expensive aquatic pet in the world due to its rarity and the scarcity of specimens. 275. Cows, sheep, and goats lack upper front teeth. 276. In the 1940s, the banknote with the highest denomination was 100 trillion pengos from Hungary. 277. In Singapore, there is a floating platform capable of holding up to 9,000 people for event. 278. India, Thailand, and China are the countries where people read the most hours during the week. 279. The Microraptor was the smallest dinosaur that existed and weighed less than a Chihuahua dog. 280. Apple's first logo featured an illustration of Isaac Newton sitting under a tree. 281. France became the first country to prohibit supermarkets from throwing away or destroying unsold food. 282. Before The Simpsons, the most successful animated series was The Flintstones. 283. The coldest place on Earth. The Antarctic Plateau, specifically at the Russian Vostok base, is known for recording some of the lowest temperatures on the planet, reaching 89.2 GRC. 284. The oldest operating hotel in the world is located in Japan and is called Nayama Onyen Kyun, founded in the year 705. 285. The Rubik's Cube is the best-selling toy in the world, with more than 450 million units sold. Despite its apparent simplicity, the Rubik's Cube has more than 43 trillion possible combinations. 286. Did you know that the paradox of friendship suggests that people tend to have fewer friends than their own friends? 287. Bubble wrap was invented in 1957 and was originally designed as wallpaper. 288. Did you know that the Oscar Award for Best Animated Film was established in 2001, with SEC being the first winner? 289. The most viewed video in the history of YouTube is the children's song, Baby Shark. 290. Papua New Guinea is the most linguistically diverse country, with a total of 832 spoken languages. 291. Dentists recommend keeping your toothbrush at least 2 m from the toilet to avoid contamination. 292. Mario Brothers' mustache was designed to distinguish between the mouth and nose due to pixel limitations on the original Nintendo console. 293. The Cuse Comet in Puebla, Mexico is recognized as the smallest volcano in the world, with approximately 13 m high and a crater diameter of 23 m. It is a point of tourist and scientific interest. 294. The clown cat is the oldest species of cat that still exists, dating back 12 million years. 295. The pyrosomes, known as the unicorn of the sea, is a bioluminescent marine colonial tunicate that can reach between 13 and 18 m in length, filter seedlings, and offer an impressive spectacle in the ocean. 296. The paradoxical frog is an amazing animal that experiences shrinkage while developing. 297. The largest flower in the world is the Rafflesia arnoldi, with a diameter of more than 1 m and a weight of 9 kilograms. 298. The process for making silk cloth was a secret kept by China for more than 3,000 years. 299. The largest diamond in the world is the Cullinan, discovered in South Africa. which weighs more 3,000 carats and is in the possession of British royalty. 300. The first cellular telephone network was established in Japan in 1979. 301. Jericho in SIS Jordan is one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world, with evidence of human settlement dating back more from 11,000 years ago. 302. Japan has more vending machines per person than any other country. 303. The characteristic smell of old books comes from the decomposition of organic compounds in the paper. 304. Actress Jennifer Lawrence has a tattoo on her hand that says H2O as reminder to drink water. 305. Ledges Sticks, with a duration of 35 days, is considered the longest film in the history of cinema. 306. The longest wedding dress in the world is 3 kilometers long. 307. The Mona Lisa has changed color over time due to the aging of the pigments used in their creation, which means that their current appearance may differ from the original. 308. An interesting fact is that around 170,000 pencils can be made from an average tree. 309. Did you know that Switzerland and the Vatican are the only countries that have square flags? 310. The longest anthem in the world is that of Greece, called Ode to Freedom, which consists of 158 stanzas. And even more interesting is that it is a poem written by Dionysius Solomos. 311. The smallest mammal in the world is the nosebag of kitty pig that measures less than 30 mm. 312. Repeatedly watching your favorite movie can help calm and reduce anxiety. 313. The group Aerosmith made more money from the release of the video game Guitar Hero Aerosmith than from either of their last 2 albums. 314. In Finland, there is a rock called Kumaki that is perfectly balanced on another rock, defying the laws of physics. 315. The Burj Khalifa, located in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, is the tallest building in the world, with a height of 828 m. 316. Did you know that in its first year in 1903, the Gillette brand barely managed to sell 168 razors? 317. Watermelon is the fruit with the highest water content, constituting 92% of its composition. 318. Colossus is the first computer in history created in 1944 by Tommy Flowers in the United Kingdom. On the other hand, the Kenby I-1 is considered the first personal computer launched in 1971. 319. In Copenhagen, Denmark, more than 40% of the population travels to work or school by bicycle. 320. Placing dry tea bags in shoes helps eliminate odors daily. Next. 321. Half of the world's oxygen is produced in the oceans through the photosynthesis of various algae, which is very curious, making them the true lungs of the planet. 322. Did you know that the Savannah cat is a mix between the domestic cat and the serval, being the largest cat that can be kept as a pet? 323. The Mexican chirinola, also called the walking cactus, grows horizontally, giving the impression that this plant is at risk due to the decline in its population. 324. The largest pure gold ingot in the world, produced in 2005, weighs 250 kilograms and is on public display at the Toy Gold Museum in Japan. 325. Antarctica is considered a desert due to its low rainfall, which reaches approximately 200 mm on the coast and is even less inland. 326. Pet dogs and cats for 30 minutes strengthens the body and helps reduce stress. 327. The Massener Mountain Museum in Italy, located on the Krumplatz Mountain, was designed by the mountaineer Roald Masner, and the architect Sadiv offers panoramic views and exhibits objects related to climbing. 328 United States banknotes are made of a cloth-like texture rather than conventional paper, as popularly believed, with 75% cotton and 25% linen. 329. The scientific and musical bell, campanologists and experts in this field. They are hired to make and maintain bells in churches. 330. The Jonah complex, or the fear of success, is a real psychological condition in which a person fears reaching their full potential. 331. February, which can have 28 or 29 days, is the only month of the year that may lack a full moon. 332. Mosquitoes locate their victims by tracking the carbon dioxide emitted by people being more active at certain times of the day. 333. China has the same official schedule throughout the country, despite covering 5 uses schedules geographically. 334. Contrary to popular belief, when a cat meows, it is communicating with humans, not with other cats. 335. Russia and Japan have not yet signed a peace treaty after World War II. 336. Robert Downey Jr. has played the same superhero Iron Man in 10 films, setting a record. 337. Elephants can communicate through infrasound that is below the human hearing threshold. 338. Rhinoceros beetles are incredibly strong and can carry up to 1,000 times their own weight. 339. More than 1 million people live underground in Baiyun, China, in shelters that are now used as low-cost housing. 340. Kangaroos and emu cannot walk backwards, which is why they appear on the coat of arms of Australia. 341. 90% of all the ice on the planet is found in Antarctica. 342. The largest pearl ever found, valued at approximately $100 million, was discovered by a Filipino fisherman inside a giant clam. He kept it as a lucky charm for 10 years before learning its true value. 343. Most of the world's helium will run out in 2 or 3 decades. 344. It is said that the Michelin stars that reward restaurants emerged as a plan by the Michelin Tire Company to promote tourism and encourage people to travel more. 345. The longest and most uninterrupted train trip possible is from Vietnam to Portugal, with a total distance of more than 18,000 kilometers. 346. Henningsberg, known as Henning CI, is a town in Norway with impressive views towards the mountains and the open sea. Its Henning turf football field lacks conventional stands. 347. Did you know that Mercedes-Benz carried out tests with car without a steering wheel or pedals that were only controlled with a lever or a joystick? 348. There are 22 countries in the world that do not have an army, navy, or air force. 349. The characteristic sound of the whips is due to the fact that the tip travels faster than the speed of the sound, causing a sonic explosion. 350. Despite their hump, camels have straight spines. 351. During the Roman Empire, the city of Rome had a population density greater than that of New York today, a notable curiosity with about 1 million inhabitants. 352. Did you know that New York is the richest city in the world, thanks to its 349,000 millionaires, a figure that has increased nearly 50% in the last decade. 353. An average pencil can draw a continuous line of 56 kilometers before running out. 354. Scott W. is an artist who specifically dedicates himself to creating works with dust and dirt on car windows, using only his hands and a paintbrush. 355. Ostriches can run at speeds of up to 70 kilometers per h and maintain that speed for longer periods than horses. 356. There is a city in Turkey called Batman. 357. The original 1891 patent for toilet paper shows that the correct side of use is facing outwards, which resolves the dispute over its placement. 358. The restaurant with the most branches in the world is McDonald's, with more than 40,000 locals. 359. One day on Mercury is equivalent to 59 days on Earth. 360. Since 1984, actor Jackie Chan has released 20 music albums and has sung in Cantonese, Mandarin, Japanese, Taiwanese, and English. 361. The fastest plant, the Mimosa pudica, also known as sensitive plant, has the ability to quickly close its leaves in response to touch or other stimuli. This movement occurs in less than a second. 362. Japanese gymnast Shun Fujimoto won a gold medal at the 1976 Olympic Games, despite having a broken knee, and he had not revealed his injury to anyone. 363. During its production, The Lion King was considered a secondary film, since Disney's best animators were working on Pocahontas film at the time. 364. Mauna Kea in Hawaii is taller than Everest if measured from the base to the top, because of its base on the seabed. 365. Did you know that most of the names of countries in the world that begin with the letter A also end with the letter A? The only exceptions are Afghanistan and the Netherlands Antilles. 366. Jupiter is larger than all other planets in the solar system combined. 367. Mexico's full name is the United Mexican States, reflecting its federative structure and rich historical heritage, as well as its cultural diversity. 368. Pigeons' feathers weigh more than their skeletons. 369. Dog collars with beaks were invented in ancient Greece to protect dogs from attacks by wolves and other predators. 370. Despite the classic image, the helmets of the Vikings actually did not have horns. 371. Penguins have special glands that allow them to get rid of excess of salt in their bodies, which allows them to hydrate in some cases with salt water. 372. Did you know that in Thailand, there is an annual festival where thousands of floating lanterns are launched into the night sky? 373. It is more profitable to extract gold from computers to recycle it than to extract it directly from the land. 374. The Incas used ropes with knots, called quipus, to keep their records and accounts. 375. The famous song, Blue Suede Shoes, by Elvis Presley, is actually a cover. The original version was created by the musician, Cor Porkin. 376. The Pacific Ocean received its name thanks to the navigator Ferdinand Magellan, who described it as a place with calm and peaceful waters. In 1520 and 377, Iceland is the only place in the world where there is surprisingly no presence of mosquitoes. 378. According to a study, teams or athletes who wear red are statistically more likely to win than others. 379. The largest butterfly in the world is the Atlas butterfly, with a wingspan of up to 30 centimeters. 380. During an emergency landing, some airplanes have the ability to release all the fuel from the wings to avoid an explosion. 381. There are bioluminescent mushrooms that can produce its own light, such as the genus Miscellaneous, and some species of fungi of the genus Armillaria. 382. The Vuga sturgeon is the largest freshwater fish in the world, weighing more than 2,000 kilograms and reaching almost 8 m in length. It lives in Europe and can live up to 150 years. 383. Red pandas use their fluffy tails as blankets to keep warm while they sleep. 384. In most cases, Male chameleons will change color immediately in response to seeing another male, and in this case, when seeing themselves in a mirror. 385. The development of the big game. Auto 5 cost $265 million to produce. 386. Some people are born with an extra hole in the ear, called the preauricular sinus, which scientists believe may be an evolutionary remnant of gills. 387. The hole in the caps of some pens was designed to avoid the risk of suffocation if accidentally swallowed. 388. Sunflowers can absorb radiation and help detoxify the Earth, as observed in the Fukushima area after the nuclear disaster. 389. Did you know that bottles are usually brown or green? It is done to protect the liquid components from the sun's ultraviolet rays that could alter its taste. 390. Jai Deb is the human with the largest hands on the entire planet. He is known as the real-life Popel. 391. Sharks can live inside underwater volcanoes due to their resistance to heat, as was discovered in a volcano called Kabachi. 392. The largest navigable aqueduct in the world is in Magdeburg, Germany, with a length of 918 m. It is used to connect canals and supports the weight of 24,000 tons of steel and more of 68,000 mce of concrete. 393. The fifth pocket of jeans was originally designed to carry pocket watches in the era when there were no wristwatches. 394. The Marin Tet restaurant in Taiwan serves food in toilets and ice cream with a peculiar presentation, including decorations that imitate bathroom elements such as chairs, plates, and glasses. 395. All the continents together form the silhouette of a chicken, which can be seen as a geographical curiosity. 396. The best-selling product in the world is Coca-Cola, with more than 24 million sales in 200 countries and a daily sale of 2,000 million cans. 397. The amazing octopus, with a transparent head that allows you to see its brain and contorts to imitate other creatures, was captured in the Pacific Ocean, south of the Philippines. 398. Most school buses are yellow because the yellow color is easily detectable for people with vision problems and in adverse weather conditions such as fog or snow. 399. The red-bellied piranha is considered the most aggressive fish on the planet, capable of eating almost any living being or anything else that comes into contact with it. I crossed him in the South American rivers. 400. The most viewed photo in history is the Windows XP wallpaper. Exists in real life and is located in California, United States. The ocean covers over 70% of Earth, but only 4% in export. Despite its enormous size, most of the ocean remains a mystery. The Mariana Trench is the deepest point in the ocean, with a depth of 11 kilometers. It is so deep that if we placed Mount Everest inside it, it would still be submerged. There are more historical artifacts at the bottom of the sea than in all the museums in the world. It is estimated that over 3 million shipwrecks rest on the seafloor. If all the ice on Earth melted, sea levels would rise by more than 60 meters. This would submerge many coastal cities like New York and London. The oceans contain around 97% of the planet's water. However, it is not drinkable due to its high salt content. The giant squid can grow over 13 meters and has eyes the size of a football. These enormous mollusks are so elusive that they are rarely seen alive. The lanternfish uses bioluminescence to attract prey in the dark. Its natural light allows it to hunt in depths where sunlight doesn't reach. Sharks have existed for more than 400 million years, even before dinosaurs. They have survived multiple extinctions and continue to dominate the seas. Jellyfish have survived 5 mass extinctions. They don't have a brain, but their simple nervous system has allowed them to adapt to any change. The blobfish is considered the ugliest animal in the world, but its appearance only occurs outside of water. In its natural habitat, its body is adapted to the extreme pressure and looks normal. The bloop was an extremely loud sound recorded in the Pacific in 1996, and its origin remains a mystery. Some believe it was caused by breaking icebergs, but others think it could be an unknown creature. It is estimated that there are more than 3 million shipwrecks on the ocean floor, including everything from pirate ships to World War submarines. There is an underwater river in the Black Sea with its own channel and banks. It is a dense Yaline water current that flows like a river within the sea. The oceans hide more than 20 million tons of dissolved gold. However, it is so diluted that a method to extract it profitably has not yet been found. Some marine creatures can live for over 500 years, like the Greenland shark. A specimen was found to be more than 400 years old, making it the longest living vertebrate on the planet. More than 90% of the heat trapped by climate change is absorbed by the oceans. This leads to rising sea levels and coral bleaching. Each year, 8 million tons of plastic end up in the sea. This severely impacts marine life, as many animals mistake plastic for food. There is a garbage island in the Pacific that is 3 times the size of France. It is a massive accumulation of plastic waste trapped by ocean currents. The sound of ship engines can affect whale communication. Underwater noise interferes with their echolocation, making it harder for them to navigate and feed by. Coral reefs could disappear before 2050 due to global warming. Ocean acidification and rising temperatures are killing these vital ecosystems. Sea turtles can cry to expel excess salt from their bodies. Their tear glands remove the salt from their marine diet. The ocean produces more than 50% of the planet's oxygen, thanks to the activity of microscopic organisms like phytoplankton. Some fish can change sex depending on the needs of their group. This allows them to ensure reproduction when there is a shortage of males or females. The stonefish is the most poisonous fish in the world, and its sting can be fatal. Its camouflage makes it nearly invisible on the ocean floor, posing a danger to divers. Manta rays can leap out of the water as if they were fleeing. The exact reason for this behavior is still unknown, but it might be related to communication or parasite removal. There is a blue hole in Belize that is more than 125 meters deep. It is a submarine sinkhole that is a popular diving destination. The ocean contains more than 1 million underwater volcanoes, many of which are still active. Some of these volcanoes have created new islands throughout history. The largest waves ever recorded have reached up to 30 meters in height during extreme storms. These monstrous waves can sink entire ships without warning. There are underwater lakes and rivers due to differences in water density. They form when denser saline water flows along the ocean floor. The ocean has its own system of ocean currents that transport heat and affect global climate. These currents regulate the planet's temperature and impact weather patterns. The black dragonfish can absorb 99.5% of light, making it nearly invisible in the dark. Its ultra-black skin helps it hunt without being detected. The mantis shrimp can break aquarium glass with its ultra-fast punch. Its claws move at speeds comparable to a gunshot. Octopuses have 3 hearts, and their blood is blue due to the copper in their hemoglobin. This helps them survive in cold, low-oxygen waters. The goblin shark is known as the living fossil because it has hardly evolved in millions of years. Its terrifying appearance and retractable jaw make it unique in the animal kingdom. Some eels can produce electric shocks of up to 600 volts. These shocks help them hunt and defend against predators. The Baltic Sea anomaly is an object on the seafloor that resembles a spaceship. Its origin remains uncertain. Some believe it could be a meteorite fragment. The Bermuda Triangle is famous for the unexplained disappearance of ships and airplanes. Although there are many theories, there is no clear evidence of a supernatural cause. Lake Vostok, hidden beneath the ice of Antarctica, has been isolated from the rest of the world for millions of years. It is believed to potentially harbor unknown life forms. Atlantis remains a mystery, but some theories suggest it could be the remains of submerged civilizations. Although there is no conclusive evidence, there are intriguing underwater ruins in various parts of the world. The underwater waterfalls of Mauritius are an optical illusion created by sand sediment. From the air, it looks like water is cascading into the ocean abyss. Sound waves can travel 4 times faster in water than in air. This allows cetaceans to communicate over long distances. Astronauts train in large pools to simulate the weightlessness of space. This helps them prepare for microgravity in orbit. The Titanic lies 3,800 meters deep in the Atlantic Ocean. Its structure is rapidly decaying due to marine bacteria. Microplastics have been found in the deepest water on the planet. Even in the Mariana Trench, plastic particles have been discovered. The oceans have absorbed about 30% of the CO2 emitted by humans since the Industrial Revolution. This is causing ocean acidification, which affects marine life. Starfish can regenerate their arms. Some can even regenerate their entire body from just one arm. The ocean can emit a glow at night due to bioluminescence. This phenomenon occurs in areas with high concentrations of phytoplankton. Living creatures have been found at the deepest point of the ocean. Despite the extreme pressure, there is life in the Mariana Trench. The ocean still holds secrets, with about 2 million marine species yet to be discovered. New and surprising species are identified every year. We know more about the surface of Mars than the depths of the ocean. There is still much to explore in the deep sea. Which of these facts surprised you the most? Leave it in the comments. If you liked this video, give it a like, subscribe, and keep exploring more curiosities with us at Did You Know? See you later on a next adventure.
Fact 1. The most effective hunter with a 95% success rate is the dragonfly. This is because the dragonfly's optic nerve connects directly to its wings, allowing it to react incredibly quickly, often before the prey even realizes it's been targeted. Dragonflies are the ninjas of the insect world. Fact 2. A second is called a second because it is the second division of an hour by 60, with the first division being a minute. A simple fact, but a crucial one in understanding time measurement. Fact 3. Sounds from far away seem louder when it's going to rain. This is because sound travels better through water in the air, so as rain approaches, the water content in the air amplifies sound. So that distant train you can barely hear might sound much louder before a storm. Fact 4. The Himalayas grow about 1 centimeter, 0.394 inches, every year. This is due to the tectonic plates that are constantly rising and pushing the mountain range higher. Fact 5. When hummingbirds sleep, they slow down their hearts to the point where they are nearly dead. It's a survival mechanism called torpor, where their body shuts down to conserve energy. Fact 6. There are monkeys in Indonesia that have adapted to the modern world for their benefit. These monkeys run a ransom market by stealing phones, purses, and video cameras from tourists and refusing to return them unless given a cracker in exchange. Fact 7. Army ants will create balls during high water floods. These balls, made up of thousands of ants, will roll and float, allowing every ant to breathe as they form a living raft. Fact 8. Squids have donut-shaped brains that go around their throats. If a squid swallows a piece of food too large, it can compress its brain, potentially causing brain damage or even death. Fact 9. Chocolate, or more specifically cocoa beans, is a poison to many animals. Dogs, cats, and even birds can die from eating chocolate, as the compound theobromine, derived from cocoa, is toxic to them, like cyanide, but without the dramatic flair. Fact 10. The cracking sound a bullwhip makes when properly wielded is actually a small sonic boom. The end of the whip, called the cracker, moves faster than the speed of sound, which is why it produces that distinct crack. Fact 11. The last day that all humans were living on Earth together was November 2nd, 2000. Since then, there has always been someone aboard the International Space Station, marking the first time in human history that humanity has been split between Earth and space. Fact 12. Dogs can tell time by smell. They have an incredible sense of smell, with more than 200 million smell receptors, compared to humans' 5 million. They can detect how long you've been gone based on how much your scent has dissipated. Fact 13. When you sense something spicy on your tongue, it's not a taste, but rather a sensation of pain. Your mouth perceives the capsaicin in spicy foods as a burning pain, not a flavor. Fact 14. The main reason soccer balls were originally black and white was to improve visibility on black and white television. The design helped people at home clearly see the ball against the grass, which made broadcasting games more efficient. Fact 15. The chemical compound used to make fake banana flavor is the same compound that honeybees use as an alarm pheromone. So, if you're near a beehive and you suddenly smell banana, you might want to run. Fact 16. Vultures urinate on their legs and feet to cool off on hot days, a process known as urohydrosis. Their urine also helps kill any bacteria or parasites they pick up from walking on dead animals or carcasses. Fact 17 to 12 people have walked on the moon, while only 3 people have ventured to the bottom of the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the world's oceans. Fact 18. Penguins have a special gland above their eye that converts salt water into fresh water, helping them survive in the harsh, saline conditions of the ocean. Fact 19. Jupiter is so large that it doesn't orbit the Sun by itself. Instead, the Sun and Jupiter orbit a point just above the Sun's surface, making it act more like a binary star system. Fact 20. Sloths are so lazy that they often don't go looking for mates. Instead, a female sloth will sit in a tree and scream, waiting for a male to come and mate with her. Fact 21. Bees actually have 5 eyes in total, 2 complex eyes, like a fly's, and 3 simple eyes, like a spider's. These additional eyes help them navigate and process light in their environment. Fact 22. Iguanas have a third rudimentary eye located on top of their heads. This eye can detect changes in light and is thought to help them detect predators from above. Fact 23. There is a plant in Australia called the Gympie gympie, or the suicide plant. Its heart-shaped leaves are covered in fur-like, poisonous trichomes that lodge into your skin and cause excruciating, lasting pain. The poison can linger for up to a year, and it's considered one of the most painful plant stings you can encounter. Fact 24. There's a species of jellyfish called Turritopsis dohrnii that is theoretically immortal. When faced with stress or injury, it can revert back to its younger polyp stage through a process called transdifferentiation, potentially doing this indefinitely unless attacked or infected. Fact 25. Squirrels can die from stress. When they become overly stressed, they retreat to a safe location, freeze in place, and wait for hours, sometimes even over a day, until their stress levels return to normal. Fact 26. Elephants can detect water underground. Using their tusks, feet, and trunks, elephants are capable of digging for water that is buried beneath the ground, often providing water to other animals nearby. Fact 27. Moths experience love at first whiff. Female moths release pheromones that signal to male moths that they are ready to mate. Male moths can travel miles based solely on the scent. Fact 28. Dogs do love us just as much as we love them. A study of their brain waves shows that their pleasure center lights up more when they see their owner compared to when they see another dog. It's proof that they consider us just as significant as other dogs. Fact 29. Domestic kittens need to stay with their mother for at least 4 months for proper education. If they don't, they're more likely to develop behavioral problems and might not live as long. Fact 30. A kangaroo can get pregnant again 1 to 3 days after giving birth. The mother can pause the development of the embryo until the previous joey has left the pouch or died, effectively keeping a backup baby ready to go. Fact 31. The insect with the longest lifespan is the termite queen, which can live for up to 50 years, and some estimates say even up to 100 years. Fact 32. During the Australian wildfires, wombats extended their burrows to help other animals survive. They even expanded their entryways to accommodate larger animals like sheep. Fact 33. Newborn bat rays and other types of stingrays are born with their fins wrapped around them, almost like a burrito, providing them with extra protection in their early life. Fact 34. Occasionally, a penguin will walk away from its colony and head off alone into the Antarctic wilderness, towards certain death. These penguins are acting almost like zombies, with scientists unable to stop them even when they try. Fact 35. When antelopes are being chased by a predator, some will randomly hop up above the grass to confuse the predator. This tactic helps the herd escape because the predator spends more energy chasing after visible targets, allowing the rest of the herd to escape. Fact 36. Dogs fake sneeze while playing to let others know they're just having fun and not being aggressive. Fact 37. Honeybees can recognize human faces. Research has shown that honeybees are capable of recognizing human faces, a skill that is crucial for their survival as it helps them differentiate between flowers, landmarks, and other vital surroundings. They achieve this by using a similar method to human face recognition, processing a wide array of visual stimuli to identify individuals. Fact 38. A single strand of spider silk is stronger than steel. Despite its delicate appearance, spider silk is incredibly strong. In fact, it is about 5 times stronger than steel of the same thickness. Its lightness and strength make it an incredible material for scientists, who are exploring ways to replicate spider silk for use in medicine and engineering. Fact 39. Water can boil and freeze at the same time. This phenomenon, known as the triple point, occurs when temperature and pressure are just right for the coexistence of all 3 phases of water, gas, liquid, and solid simultaneously. It's a rare event, but when it occurs, it demonstrates some of the most fascinating aspects of physics. Fact 40. Sharks existed before trees. Sharks have been swimming in the oceans for more than 400 million years, which is around 100 million years before trees first appeared on Earth. These ancient creatures have survived mass extinctions and remain relatively unchanged compared to many species on Earth today. Fact 41. The Eiffel Tower can grow taller in the summer. Made of iron, the Eiffel Tower expands in the heat of summer. The metal expands by about 6 inches, 15 centimeters, during the hotter months, which means the iconic structure grows taller as the weather heats up. Fact 42. Bananas are radioactive. Bananas contain potassium, and a small percentage of potassium is the radioactive isotope potassium-40. While the level of radiation is minuscule and harmless, it's still enough to make bananas one of the few foods that can be considered naturally radioactive. Fact 43. Your stomach gets a new lining every few days. The harsh environment in your stomach, full of digestive acids, would damage most tissues, but your stomach constantly renews its lining. It creates a fresh new lining every 3 to 4 days to protect itself from the acids that help break down food. Fact 44. The shortest war in history lasted 38 to 45 minutes. The Anglo-Zanzibar War, fought between the United Kingdom and the Sultanate of Zanzibar in 1896, holds the record for the shortest war in history. The conflict ended with a swift victory for the British. Fact 45. Cows have best friends and get stressed when separated. Research has found that cows have complex social structures and can form close bonds with certain individuals. If separated from their best friends, cows can experience stress, showing signs of anxiety and restlessness. Fact 46. Wombat poop is cube-shaped. Wombats produce cubic poop, which helps prevent the feces from rolling away. The unique shape is created by the animal's intestines, which are unusually long, giving them the time to form the solid blocks. Fact 47. There's enough gold in Earth's core to coat the planet. Earth's core is believed to contain enough gold to coat the entire surface of the planet with around 1.5 feet, 0.5 meters, of the precious metal. While it remains trapped deep beneath the surface, the amount is staggeringly large. Fact 48. Sloths can hold their breath longer than dolphins. Sloths are known for being slow and sleepy, but they also have an extraordinary ability to hold their breath for up to 40 minutes underwater. Dolphins, in comparison, typically hold their breath for only around 10 minutes. Fact 49. Sharks can detect a single drop of blood in an Olympic-sized swimming pool. Sharks have an incredibly acute sense of smell. They can detect very small amounts of blood, as little as one drop in an Olympic-sized swimming pool, which is key for locating their prey in the ocean. Fact 50. You can hear a blue whale's heartbeat from over 2 miles away. The heartbeat of a blue whale, the largest animal on Earth, is so strong and deep that it can be detected from a distance of more than 2 miles underwater. Their hearts can weigh up to 1,500 pounds, and they beat around 10 times per minute. Fact 51. The longest hiccuping spree lasted 68 years. Charles Osborne, an American man, experienced the longest known case of hiccups, lasting for 68 years. He began hiccuping in 1922 and didn't stop until 1990, hiccuping up to 40 times a minute. And there you have it, minus 51 mind-blowing facts that you probably didn't know before. From animals with bizarre survival strategies to the mind-bending physics of celestial bodies, the world is truly full of wonders. Whether it's a jellyfish that defies death or a dragonfly that can out-hunt most predators, the mysteries of the world are endless. What's the most surprising fact to you?